Hello. Welcome to the show. I'll stop that now. This is the studio. I just did some renovations in the Aubrey Marcus universe. I did some construction work. I put my hard hat on and I got the jackhammer out and just jacked off all day. Where's my cricket sounds? Do I have that? No. Damn it. Imagine crickets right now in your mind's eye. We're going to do a lot of imagining today. We're going to do a lot of mental gymnastics today on this episode because we're basically in part 3 of the Aubrey Marcus lovership constellation drama. This is his third attempt to explain poorly why complicating his relationships is actually amazing and we're all wrong. And actually, even more so than that, the world will benefit if we were more like him and his wife and his wife's boyfriend and his girlfriend. That's what he's going to spend quite a lot of time explaining to us tonight. And I can't play the intro from the podcast. They do like a preview, like a very self-indulgent, like the top moments of this podcast that's coming up. I can't play it because it's got music on it, so I'll get copyrighted. But it probably was the most unhinged intro I've definitely seen in this series that we've gone through so far, but possibly ever. Like, whoever edited this is obviously fairly good at editing, okay, at least, but the delusion is quite strong. The stuff they picked out to show that they're not insane did not work. And so this episode, this is, again, the third video that they've put out about their relationship. It's Aubrey Marcus, Vylana Marcus, that's his wife, and then Alana, I forget her last name, but Alana, who's the girlfriend, and now she's not on this episode. It's going to be Aubrey, Vylana, and this person we've heard about but have not talked to yet, named Joshua Draper. And if you're an American Idol fan, like a long-term fan, like if you've been watching since the Kelly Clarkson days, you might have thought what I thought, and thought that this guy was on American Idol, but then I went down a whole rabbit hole and found out it wasn't. So I got them confused, but there is a guy named Jason Castro, who I easily confused with Joshua, whatever his name is, that is also a singer. Here, I'll show you. And that was on American Idol back in 2005, maybe. He was early on, and he sang, like, ironically, one of the songs I remember him singing was Hallelujah, which is like kind of the theme of this whole thing. Wow, God, where is my Hallelujah? Where would I have put that? Where would I have put that? That's the Twin Flames universe laugh. Whatever, I'll have to find it again. These are all...
You have strong sugar glider energy.
These are all mixed up, as per usual.
There's nothing more whole than a broken heart.
Broken and holy hallelujahs.
There's nothing more whole...
Feels like penis.
Okay. Anyways, we'll find it. We'll find it eventually. Anyways, I thought it was this guy. Apparently it's not this guy. It's a different guy. But this guy also, Joshua, looks like the guy from American Idol and also was a singer. So then I spent probably at least 30 minutes deep diving into Jason Castro and what happened to him. He is now like a home builder and has chopped off all his dreads and has like 8 children. So the more you know. In case you were wondering, where are they now? You have received it. Okay, so before we get started, here's Joshua's Instagram. He's got 6,669 followers. Angel numbers, am I right? He's a singer, piano player, surfer, and all-around dread dude. He just shreds the dread. That's all I know about him. That's all we need to know about him before entering into this amazing deep dive conversation. So he is Vylana's boyfriend. Okay, let's cut out all the mumbo jumbo bullshit spirituality words. Lovership, constellation partner, whatever, star seed, quest, Jagov. I don't know. I'm in an off mood today. And that's who he is. So he's appearing on the podcast with Aubrey, with Vylana. Okay. And before we get started, oh, thank you so much. Thank you for saying I look gorgeous. Oh my God. I put on my more rosy blush, and I think that is my color. The other blush I wore last week is a little more muted, and I don't think it fits my just beaming personality. My effervescent personality. Thank you to Asari Shepherd. Thank you so much. Right out the gate. Thank you so much. Asari says, wait, he let his partners branch out? Dude did it wrong. He's supposed to be a selfish jerk and be the special one with several partners. Yeah, but he gets to approve of the male partners, and he gets to pick his friends, because this guy is his friend, which is even kind of weirder to me that she didn't get to choose who she got to be with freely. It seems like, yo, Joshua was my bro, he was my dog, and I let him bang my chick. That's the vibe I got from the intro and that we're about to see. So for you, Asari, get your hearts ready, okay?
I had a thriving wild stallion of Eros.
There you go. We're going to hear all about it. And Angela Arnold, thank you so much, Angela Arnold. Angela Arnold says, Aubrey Marcus, cinematic universe. Yeah, it's a multiverse. There's one relationship, many players, many characters. There's past girlfriends, there's future lovers, there's children that are going to be discussed in this podcast. I haven't heard it, but again, that was brought up in the intro. So we're going to hear it all. They're saying that the offspring that may come from Aubrey and Vylana are going to be like the saviors of the world. So they need to have 12 people in this polyamorous relationship so that the next savior can be here. Duh, you guys just aren't understanding the deepness of this.
Take my load.
Okay, that one's for you, Angela Arnold. Thank you so much. All right, so here we go. This is, the Kia Network. I need to have like a Netflix special. I will be the only narrator, the only person that gets to speak on this matter, because I feel like, I don't know if other people have covered it. I'm sure they have like done, reviews. Has anyone done 10 full hours of reviews of these people? I don't know. Let me know. I think I might be holding the record of longest time listening to his podcast, possibly ever. Because it's not very interesting. It is interesting in a drama way. If I was trying to heal my life, I feel like I would just be jumping off a bridge by this point, because I'd be like, this is too complicated, dude. I'm out. See ya.
And they call that a bisexual tone.
All right, here we go. We got the Aubrey Marcus pyramid ready to launch us. And let me know how the sound is, okay? All right, here we go.
I first knew Joshua Draper as a basketball player. He was one of the homies I used to play ball with. But then...
One of the homies he used to play ball with. God, these people are insane. These people are insane. These people are insane.
We all love money.
He caught my wife's eye. And ultimately, in our expanded relationship constellation, there was an opening for Vylana Marcus and Joshua Draper to explore what that possibility might look like. And what emerged was an incredible amount of beauty and gifts, not only on the musical side of things, which Josh is incredibly musically talented, but also the gift of improv. An art form that's both ancient and modern and allows you to tap into those.
Hey, okay, guys, here's my hat. I have some ideas in here. Pick one out. Throw out an idea. Popcorn on the moon. Wow, what an ancient practice. We're all healed now. Thank you so much. Okay, sorry.
Internal instinctual forces of what's alive right now in the present moment. So this podcast explores not only the nuances of an expanded relationship container, but also the beauty of improv as an art form for both laughter and celebration, and also catharsis, and also exploration of who you are as a human being. So I hope you guys enjoy this podcast with Vylana Marcus and Joshua Draper. Vylana. Hi, my love.
Hello, my love.
Joshua, my brother.
Howdy, partner.
It's good to see you, bro.
Great to be here with y'all.
So when I first met you, we were just playing ball.
That's true.
And I just thought...
That's true. That's true, homie. We were playing ball. And now I'm playing balls with your girl. 2 balls. Sunk in. Okay, sorry. 3-pointers all night. Okay.
Thought you had dreads, and I thought it was like a style choice, but then I didn't realize that it was like actually a lifestyle choice.
Totally.
It actually like fits in, and I'd love as the conversation evolves that we talk a little bit about that, because you've shared a lot of wisdom about that lifestyle, about how even the way you dance is about like lifting up, and there's like these like kind of cultural ideas about how to like lift your energy up. There's been so many things that you've taught me, bro.
Shut the hell up. I can't do it. These people, they're so self-reward. I wish I had an ounce of this. I can't give myself a fucking break. And these people just go, yes, my dreads are not just a choice. It's a lifestyle. And the way I dance is not like other people, how they dance. I actually dance special. Like, oh my God. Do they hear themselves? No, I guess they do, and they just are so deluded that they think, yeah, this is really good what we're saying here and very realistic. Asari Shepherd, thank you so much. Asari says, imagine dithering like him, and then we're laughing. Dither, dear, dither. Would you like to dither?
You believed you were the Virgin Mary reincarnated.
I feel like Vylana's hair here, beautiful. Blowout, perfect. Oh, look who's here. Look who's here to join us. Or not, maybe. Maybe she'll come in a little bit. She doesn't have her step-up thing, so she can't come because I'm reorganizing. Sorry, kitty. Let me know when you want to get lifted. Okay, back to it. The boy in the balls, the baller homie. Okay, here we go.
And it's been really like one of the most beautiful things about being so close with you in this dynamic is that you've taught me a lot, and we've got to share a lot together. And that's just one of those many things. But when we were balling, it's just like, all right, this dude has dreads. I'm gonna see if I can cross him over. He's got a good mid-range. Got to keep him out. Got to keep him out of the mid-range. He's like 100%. Fucking Rip Hamilton out there.
100%.
Force him to shoot threes.
100%.
Force him to shoot threes and go to the bucket. And then, obviously.
How is this podcast content already? This is like, who gives a shit other than us, snarker people?
Vylana and I were in this post-conventional relationship, this expanded idea of what our love could be.
He's rechanged the name of this already 6 times. It was radical monogamy. That's gone. Now it's called radical choice or some shit. Now it's called post-conventional. Okay, we've switched it up already 3 times.
And she says to me, she's like,
I feel like I really should be the one to share this
story. Yeah, you share it. Go for it, babe.
Yeah. Well, as long as we've been together and in a more, we've always been just open to experiences, and we've explored a lot, and I'm very clearly bisexual. So for lots of people who want to pretend that like I'm not in my own erotic imprint of expression, that
is Joshua a woman? I didn't get that from the first viewing.
Is the case. But also it was always available for me if I were to feel anything with anybody. And I never did. I never had that proclivity. I never really, had a resonance with anyone that I felt anything. And so that just wasn't really true for me. And I was just okay with that. And when, our relationship progressed into Alana being our beloved and being in our life in a more deeply, more intimate way, I really went through like the exploration with myself. Like I did a meditation at one point where I just felt into my own body. I was like, okay, what would it feel like in my body to have intimacy with this particular friend that I have that is insanely attractive and that I love and that I trust?
It's not Josh then. Insanely attractive. I think that might be overselling it just a tad bit.
And I went into that timeline and it was like, that could be cool, but it also doesn't totally feel true. Okay, well, what if it's like a random person where it's just like this novelty and excitement and all these things, and I'd go into that and I'd be like, it'd be cool for a little while, but it also just didn't really feel true in my body. And so I kind of arrived to a point of feeling like I don't really know that that's part of my personal architecture. And
What?
but I really felt like, maybe something that would
They overcomplicate every sentence on purpose because none of it's real.
be more aligned for me would be like like a tantric teacher where I could go really deep into like the, energy arts and the spirituality and the depth, that sexuality can really bring you. And so like that was really kind of what I was holding for myself, not even as a prayer, but just as a loose, like maybe sometime that will happen for me. And so I say all of that because I was not looking for anything. I wasn't holding this prayer of like, this is the kind of guy that I want to meet and this is the way I want to feel. Like that wasn't even mildly what my experience was. And at the time that you appeared, and I'll get into that,
Again, I feel like it's Aubrey's friend. So again, he has control. He gets to choose who gets to come in and be in the relationship, or at least is like subconsciously or somehow on the side controlling it. She was not interested in anybody. And then somehow his buddy comes into the picture. To me, I don't feel like, oh yeah, what an open-minded man he is. It just seems like another way to control. Like he's my friend, so he owes me for letting him sleep with my wife. Okay, I'm still the leader of the pack here. He's the Buffalo Chief or whatever he calls himself. And I want to answer this one question. So Aubrey is super rich from making supplements. Kind of. So his family, I guess, has got money. His dad was like one of the most successful stockbrokers or something. And his parents got divorced. And then, so that's why he's this way. I'm just kidding. It's like, that's what every man thinks, that they're like, oh, my parents got divorced and now I have to do drugs forever. I just can't get over it. Anyways. And then his mom got married to the man who invented the fleshlight. So there's a lot of money, obviously, that came from that. And then Aubrey got a small loan of at least $100,000, I think, if I'm remembering correctly. He opened up a supplement company called On It. And then he got like boosted by Joe Rogan and was in that whole world of like, MMA lifting people. Then he sold that business and now he's doing this. And he's also doing retreats and healing the world through his, psychedelic lessons for the rest of us. So that's just the recap in case you're coming into this cold.
We had gotten to an incredible place between you and Alana and I was totally fine and totally happy, and everything felt like really stabilized and really harmonious. And so fast forward, I don't know, to last year in like February or something like that.
Yeah.
She's ripped.
I got invited to sing at this event at this really dingy bar on Dirty 6th Street during South by Southwest. And I walked into the green room and opened the door, and there is Josh standing over this sound bed giving somebody this beautiful experience, and he's just there. And I had this really interesting, like, whoa, like I felt something, like he's a beautiful man, but I was also just, it's so rare, actually never really happens for me to just feel something in my body that feels kind of like a little.
Like, it's so rare for me to like a man these days. I wonder why. I mean, because the one you're married to sucks, like, deeply.
Sparkle or a little tingle. And so we get into a conversation, and he says, I play basketball with Aubrey. I know who you are. Da da da. It was just a very casual conversation, and I didn't.
Do you think that this was not set up completely by Aubrey? That Aubrey didn't book her at this thing so that he could get his dude? Because people have called him Cuck Norris, and I didn't come up with that name. I wish I did. I think that's been a rumor for quite a while, that he enjoys men to be with his women. So I think this is all a setup. That she's like, I just happened to get booked randomly at the last minute, and then happened to show up that this guy that knew who Aubrey was. Oh, what do they call it? Those synchronicity, because Aubrey knows that these women thrive. Okay, bye. Okay, I help you. Okay. Sorry. She wants her 7:00 dinner, so she's a little rowdy today. But what was I saying? I don't know. I think it's a setup. That's all I'm going to say. That she would want it to feel divinely ordered. So he set it up and was full of shit and like made it seem like that. And Asari says, she played ball, all right. Ay, I agree. All these ladies are playing ball. Am I right?
Penis.
That's connected to balls, actually, if you didn't know that, anatomically. Okay.
Didn't really think much of it, but I went and I was with a girlfriend of mine and we went and sat down and I was like, that guy's a babe. You should totally like, I'm like trying to like pass him off to my friend because I was like, he's a total babe. Like, go for it. She was single. And so that was that. And again, I like didn't really think a lot of it. You know, I wasn't like going over it in my mind or anything like that. But I was surprised that I had some kind of response in my body because I had never felt that before. A couple days later,
ma'am, you're married. This might be something to think about. I've never felt this way about a man before. Maybe take that information and leave the current relationship you're in.
I go to this event here in Austin that our brother Porangi was playing at, and it was with Opus and the sound beds. And again, I'm like this is 2 days later. I've never met this person once. I've never seen him. I've lived in Austin since like 2018, and I've never seen you in any circle. It's just like, oh my God, there's this like.
Because Aubrey planted him there on purpose because he didn't want to feel like he was the only one that had a side chick. So he set this up and approved it in advance, is what I think.
Which is wild because, granted, we had been playing hoop together for
We've been hooping
a
for
year and a
minute.
half.
Yeah.
Probably.
Yeah. And
We heard. You don't got to tell us again. You played hoop. They played ball. They balled out. Okay, sorry.
I mean, I don't go like I would love to just go watch while you guys are hooping, but it also feels weird to just be this like woman by myself, like watching men.
It raises the level of competition.
Yeah, I mean, I could have. I could have gone down a different path, but I've always chosen to just allow you to have your fun and to not make things awkward for anybody in case it could.
Aubrey gets really good if Vi comes out to watch. He does not miss a shot. It's a true story.
So that would have been helpful for you.
Yeah. Come on, babe.
Sorry.
Not
All right.
not for the
Noted.
rest of us.
Noted. Noted for next time. But yeah, back to my story. So go to this event, and who's there again? It was like 2 times in 1 week that I see him, and we had this very, light exchange of just kind of
Suspicious. This is suspicious.
like, oh wow, hi, nice to see you. Da da da. And again, I'm kind of like, there's a little bit of a sparkle in encountering this person, and we didn't even share more than like a few sentences. It was just very casual and nothing.
And I went straight to take his pants off. Okay, sorry.
Not really a big deal. So anyways, I go home, and because I'm having this curiosity in the context of our relationship where we just always tell the truth about everything, I started sharing that with Aubrey, and I was like, I think maybe I might want to have an experience for myself. And I'm not like totally sure about it, but I ran into this guy that I've never met before, like twice in 1 week. And, and I just felt curious. Like I felt something. I didn't even have a full conversation. So I have no idea if there's even any resonance or alignment or depth or whatever. But I felt something, and I was like, and he plays basketball with you. And you said to me, who is it? And I said, Josh.
I said, I know. I mean, what? Who is it? I sent him there. Wait, what?
Draper. And you said, he's a great guy. I was like, really? You said, yeah, he's a great guy. I was like, cool. He was like, so what are you going to do? Are you going to like reach out to him? Are you going to try to hang out? Like, it was like you were immediately my wingman to the point where I was uncomfortable.
You were so awkward.
I was so awkward and so uncomfortable because I'm like, in my mind, I'm like, okay, let's think about this. I'm going to get his number and text him and be like, hey, I know you play basketball with Aubrey, who is my husband, and I just was curious if maybe you want to go out and grab lunch and get to know each other. Like, what the fuck am I even supposed to say? That's like so awkward and uncomfortable and just completely.
But I thought it wouldn't be uncomfortable and awkward because you're so evolved beyond traditional relationship standards that us dumbasses follow and find to be reasonable. Yeah, I don't know. Why would it be so weird for you if you're doing all these healing modalities all the time? I thought you would be naturally led to it was just meant to be, and I felt it, and I didn't even have to feel awkward. It's just interesting how she's, again, finding it difficult to do all the steps involved to like pull this off for Aubrey. And again, the fact that they're friends is so weird. I, again, think it's a setup from the beginning.
Out of my comfort zone, and you just laughed at me because you could feel how uncomfortable I was.
I'll take over a little bit from this point because, you know, when that first moment comes and Vi says like she's into somebody, there's a little bit of like, like, you know, like the butterflies come. But I've like worked through that response enough, and like
how many times has that feeling approached you in your life?
Like many.
Yeah.
You know, because of my history, like many times that's come. So I've gotten used to that. And I know that like my overwhelming love, not just for Vi, but for Vi to experience the fullness of what's possible.
I agree. A Black H. I agree with your comment here. Aubrey does not strike me as the kind of guy who would approve of his wife having side quests unless it's happening completely under his control and on his terms. 100%, that's how I feel too.
Possible for her life is like it's a stronger part of my character and will than that natural primal response, which is like, so I immediately went into wingman mode.
You went into full masculine mode of like, what are we going to do? What are the details? How's this going to? And I was just like, I don't feel like I need to do anything at this point. You're like, do you want me to reach out to him? I was like, no, please don't. This is so
But I did.
No, man,
Okay.
this is so uncomfortable for me.
But he did, even though she said don't, and he did anyways. Okay, well, we already know he did it beforehand. But yeah, great respect there. Okay, did you catch that? I was kind of talking. So she's like, please don't reach out to him. He's like, and I did it anyways. Wow, what a trusting, open-minded man that's, you know, very good at boundaries and is healed completely. He listens to his wife for sure. Okay. Oh, this is so
But I
uncomfortable.
did.
No, man,
Okay.
this is so uncomfortable for me. And I just am not, I feel I am of the mind that if things are meant to be, things will continue to present themselves. And so I don't feel like I need to do anything. Please don't text him. I don't want to text him. And, you know, I just want to let it be for this moment. So fast forward maybe like...
Quick double click.
Yeah.
Or I'll backtrack for a second. My perspective, the couple times I bumped into you.
Yeah.
I
Yes.
obviously knew Aubrey, and we were hooping together, and we had this beautiful group of basketball.
Dude, we get it. You've made the connection that you hoop together and that you have this amazing group of basketball bros. You do not need to restate that another time. Please, God, have a personality beyond me and Aubrey hoop. And when did they call it hoop anyways? What, basketball is too long of a word to say? Why are we hooping? Okay, sorry. I'm done.
Basketball players, and looked up to you, obviously, in the community for all that you do and all that you've created. And I know about you as well. I was working in sound and audio engineering at the time with SoundBit.
Mm-hmm.
So I, knowing you're married, was like, maybe we'll make a song for the thing I'm working on. So let me introduce myself to you. Hey, I know who you are. I work in sound. Nice to know you. I would never be the kind of guy who would ever make eyes or contact
You
someone's
didn't
wife
give any
in
kind
any
of
way.
even mild.
Wasn't even in my frame of reference.
No.
Just like, I know who you are and you're really talented and I work in the same field.
Totally.
Nice to
Wow. Give him an award, everybody. He wouldn't even go after a married woman that he's friends with the husband. What a standout guy. Okay, cool.
know you.
Yeah.
I play basketball with your husband.
Totally. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. It's just like it's such a unique, and it's just such a unique situation. But
Which also goes back to why I said my first response, like, he's a good man.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I can tell, like, when there's an internal integrity and goodness in him.
Would that be anyone's first inclination to see a woman in her, I'm assuming, 40s and go, well, I want to hit on her, but I won't because I'm a good guy? I mean, some people would say yes, that's every man for always, and they think that they're a good guy because they're not breaking the rules over the top. But we should give them some sort of special pat in the back. I don't know. This is very odd to me that this is something we need to be praising them for. Like, oh, wow, he's such a good guy. He didn't like steal my wife from me. Okay.
Being. And,
Jesus.
you know, when you compete against somebody, you learn things about them.
Totally.
You know, like you really learn. You learn when they get frustrated. You learn how they handle when they get angry. You learn how fair they are when they're making a call. You learn all kinds of things about a human being. And
Steve Kerr says, the coach of the Warriors, he says, people play basketball the way they live their lives. So if you're like a really reckless player, you have a lot of turnovers, it's like your life is probably something like that. If you're a really precise player who maybe gets everyone involved, it's like your life is probably like that in some kind of way. So I really do believe the fact that we sweat together, bled together, competed, won, and lost.
Bled together. This is a rec league adult pickup basketball game, as far as I know. They're talking about it as if they fought at Normandy together. This is insane behavior. I understand now why he's in the quadruple. It makes total sense. He fits right in.
Created beyond words or conversations a sense of
Bond.
understanding and bonding with each other, for sure.
Totally.
yeah,
Totally.
Yeah, so to continue with the story, and I'll try not to go off on too many tangents because my storytelling can be circles and spirals. And so,
Agreed. But your blowout looks so good, and you're ripped, chica. You look great. So you could have any man you want, and you choose these two dumbasses. But okay, I don't know. To each its own, I guess.
fast forward, I don't know, maybe 2 more days after that, and there was this like beautiful retreat gathering of some people that I had just met that invited me to come to this thing, and I felt like a really strong resonance with them. And so I decided to go. And when I get there, who's the first fucking person that I see? I'm like, this guy. And I'm like, this is relentless. Like, I can't. And I texted Aubrey right away. I'm like, you're not going to believe who's here right now. He's like, who? I was like, that guy.
Who? I sent him there again. I paid for his Uber.
Josh. He was like, really? Are you going to flirt with him? I'm like, I don't even know if I know how to do that anymore. Like, it's so like just vulnerable and interesting. Because I think also as a woman, or at least in my experience, like a lot of my relationships had unfolded from being approached or from, you know, from something kind of coming towards me. And I did it on purpose at one point where I, you know, had to be the one to put myself out there because it's a really vulnerable thing. I really honor men. For all the women who are listening, if you're still listening, for men who have the courage to approach you, if it's not in a disrespectful way, like give them a lot of compassion and love, whether you're into it or not, because it is so vulnerable to put yourself out there. So,
I mean, she's not wrong, but also I don't know if that advice is good advice for some women. Like, just give every man compassion. Yes, treat them as a human being, but don't have to, you know, entertain it. It's actually worse. And this is a lesson I had to learn and still am learning over my experience in life, that you don't owe people an obligation to like entertain them. I used to do that when I was younger. I still struggle with it. Like, oh, someone's being nice to me, even though they've like, I'm not interested even in a friend way. I feel like I have to like entertain it because they've graced me with their presence. It's like, I don't know. I wish I could get out of that mindset and kind of be a little bit more dismissive like some people are able to do and not feel bad about it. So, you want to come up? Okay.
This situation is just like making my skin tingly, and he's here just trying to cheer me on and like get me to go for it. And I'm just like, I don't know if I know how to flirt. Like if anything feels organic and if things want to unfold, you know, okay, but I again, just,
Okay, I'll
I
give you
don't
some
really
grace.
know how to be with the situation. And I don't even know if we would even have a good conversation because we haven't even shared any words with each other. So
Yeah, I still have no idea what's going on.
he has no idea what's going on. He's just being friendly and respectful. And me internally is like, hi, it's you again. Like, I'm so nervous and I don't know how to approach this. And this is so funny and wild. And my husband is just like there in the back, like, you got this. Like, it's like, what world am I living in right now? So
Again, take note of these signs that this is orchestrated by him, perhaps, or something that he's pushing you to do that you're not even interested in, even when you might be attracted to somebody. You're not into it. You don't want to do it. You're being forced at every turn and pushed and pressured by your husband to do this that you don't want to do.
at this particular little gathering, I was singing and I went down to go set up my bowls and pick my spot. And I went into the space that the gathering was held and I walk in and there you are again, playing a piano and singing and doing music. And I was like, who is this person? Like,
Well,
yeah.
and I think before that, I had actually sent you a text.
Yeah, it was close to that.
Unbeknownst to me.
Unbeknownst to
So-
this is the text. This is the text I send to Josh.
Okay. This is already the biggest red flag in the world. But second, she asked for one thing, one concession. She already allows Aubrey to do whatever he wants, take a new girlfriend, want to impregnate her, want to have alone time with her. She concedes to it all. She says now she wants to go meet someone, finally, at his pressure, at his persuasion. And she says, please don't text him. I want to be in control of this. What does he say? No, F you. I'm going to do what I want to do. That is possibly the worst part of all of this. Because if she's into this and she's got herself to be into it, okay, you're signing up for this. But even then, it's like he's breaking the boundaries of this thing that she obviously clearly doesn't even want to really be doing based on the subtext of all this podcast. Okay, so this is the text and he's proud of it. He's so proud of it. He's like, I didn't listen to my wife because she's a dumb bitch. That's what he's saying in the subtext. And I'm not saying I'm saying that. That's what he's saying with his actions. Here's the text. Okay, here it goes.
And again, Vi didn't, say for me to do this, but
No.
I just felt like, look, like I got her back. Like I understand what she wants and I can do this in an honorable way, because one of the other things I know is that if it's at all going to be possible, like you need to know that I know and that I have my blessing so that everything is in the clear light. Like there's
So you don't trust your wife to be able to communicate that information? She's a grown woman. She's able to speak and tell someone what her relationship status is. Oh, it has to be man to man because he won't believe Vylana because she's too dumb. This is making her seem worse. Like he's devaluing her even further than before.
nothing in the shadow. There's nothing leaky. There's nothing weird. That everything is blessed.
You gonna read it?
Yeah.
So
this-
so I'm taking a break before I'm gonna go offline for the whole weekend. I'm going to like plug my phone into my room and like let go. And as I'm going to plug my phone in, I get a buzz. I'm like holding my phone in my hand, and it's a text from Aubrey, and it says,
All right. Hey, brother, it's Aubrey. I know you're about to go into this retreat with Vi and Alana, so I just wanted to share something privately. Vi and I are in a relationship we call radical monogamy in the band of erotic mystics. It's a lot like poly, but with a very mission-driven structure in which every other relationship outside of the primary partnership strengthens the mission. Alana is one.
How is that not polyamory? It's just polyamory like greenwashed or like wellness washed. There's no difference. It's different because we're better than everyone else. That's all they're saying. It's the same as it's like polyamory, but we're better than that. Okay.
One of my beloved bandmates, paramours in the system. The reason I'm sending you this is that Vi said
Wait, hold on. Sorry. I missed that part.
a partnership strengthens the mission. Alana is one of my beloved bandmates, paramours in the system. The reason I'm sending you this is that Vi said you caught her eye. And so I wanted to just share that I'm in a place of radical blessing if there is actually energy there for y'all to explore. If nothing else, take this as a compliment from both Vi and myself. I just wanted to share so that if there is a something there, it has sanctified soil to germinate. I know this possibly is a wild message to get right before your retreat, so no expectation for any type of response.
He loves to ruin people's experiences in his life. People he respects and loves. He loves to ruin things that are good for them. Oh, they're going to a retreat and it's supposed to be a great time for him to disconnect. Let me make sure to text him the second before he's about to go do this. So that's the only thing he can think about is me and my blessings that I'm giving him. When he was in the pyramids and they're all having this like enlightened experience and they're, enjoying the mysticism of it. Oh, he's got to have the download from ISIS that throws their whole relationship into disarray. He's addicted to drama. Hello, relatable. He's addicted to drama in a way that is not typical for most men, perhaps. Maybe that's a wide brush to paint, but usually they're not talking about it in this way, so I don't hear many men go, I'm just stirring the pot constantly for my own entertainment. But he's bored. He's a bored millionaire. So that's, I think, what actually is going on. He's so bored. It's not enough to have multiple partners. He's also got to ruin people's days for entertainment.
Have a great weekend, bro.
I've never heard that text message. And I was ignorant that even happened. So as I moved about my day, I had no idea that he received that text message. So I'm just like, we ended up sitting next to each other. And
this is not a flex. This is not a cute moment. This is betrayal by your partner again. A pattern of betrayal that is emerging in front of your eyes. So fun. She'll come out of it one day, hopefully. Let's cross our fingers.
This experience,
So I read that text and I'm like, wait, what? Wow. What? Okay. And I didn't really know how to receive it. I was just like, first of all, I felt the directness of it. And, in hindsight, sort of where we are now looking back, the thing I really felt in the moment and felt true for me was sort of the end phrase that you said, if there's something there, as in like, truth is allowed here.
Mm-hmm.
And also don't come with the fake shit.
Yep.
Is what I kind of took about it. It was like, if there's something there.
As opposed to what? Like him just taking her because he's offered his woman up as like, what do they call it? What's the thing where you're like, your father received a cow, your dowry? Oh, he's giving the blessing and he's going to be providing a dowry and he's letting him know. Like as if it's not her choice too. Again, oh wow, like we need to put these people on a pedestal because they're doing basic consent. I don't understand.
If this is a true thing, I bless the truth.
Yeah.
Is what I really took away from that.
And that's exactly what I was trying to transmit. Like and it wasn't trying to, I hope this or that. It's like, if there is an isness to what is, allow yourself, the full radical blessing, the soil for this thing to germinate. Like it's in the radical blessing. And I think that's oh my God. It's an act of my radical love for you. Like, I love you so fucking much, babe. Yeah, and like, it's not that like this, and for people think, oh, it's probably Aubrey's kink. He like gets off on this. He like loves thinking about it. I don't.
Liar. Okay. I have a perfect soundbite for this.
Liar! Liar! Liar!
That's Twin Flames, Jeff from the Twin Flames universe.
I don't, and we'll fast forward to other parts of the story, but I want to know everything. And I ask for all the details of how everything goes. And obviously, a relationship developed and I'd ask for the details and it's like, it's hard, but I'm like, but also I want to know.
He's talking about his penis. What was hard about that? My penis, actually.
Penis. feels like penis.
That's what was difficult. Not difficult. That was what's hard. Okay, I ruined my own joke. Cool.
And I want to be on the inside of my beloved's experience.
Oh, he wants to be on the inside, for sure, of probably Josh.
Like I want to be like there with her, like
Being
ride or
nice.
die on the inside. And, you know, I knew you were a really, really good man, but I didn't know how many gifts you would have that you could give to both of us. And that was the beautiful thing that kind of developed. And you know, this story will advance and we'll maybe talk about the bog and you know, some other things where I really got to see what this could look like.
The bog? What the hell is the bog? Okay.
Yeah, so, I mean, should I keep going on with the story?
Yeah, sure.
Okay.
I walked back into the barn
So back into the barn. Yeah.
and I'm like, wow, that's, you know, feeling into like not really my world or like where I felt drawn to, but I mean, goes without saying, Vylana, you're an incredibly special human being.
Thank you.
You're the kind of, I mean, holy moly.
Holy shit.
Nobody, stop pointing at me, sir. Nobody but Aubrey feels drawn to this. He's the only one in this whole scenario that is drawn to anything that's going on. Again, red flag? Yes.
Holy moly, everyone.
Just like, for real, y'all. Like, for real. Look, this is fucking Vylana. Holy shit.
Jeez, guys.
Like, motherfuck, holy shit.
Yeah, keep going. if you
Correct.
want.
Jesus.
Super correct.
And yet, she's still getting played in front of her face. That's where you know. It's not about looks. It's not about anything. Money. She's worth a lot now because of her relationship with Aubrey. You still get played if you're not careful.
Thank
So I, you know, I really didn't know, you know, I just was like kind of
Good girl.
taking it in. And then I walked back into the barn to go to my space in the retreat. And you're sitting right next to me.
Literally, I set my stuff up before, so it wasn't like a planned, like we walked into space and just decided. It was like he was sitting down, but I already had my things on the seat. And I was like, and now he's sitting next to me. And so like, all right, universe, could you get more fucking loud to like really, you know, make me engage with this situation, even though it's so wildly uncomfortable. So here,
I again think that Aubrey orchestrated this whole thing because he knows that that's how her mind works. All these spiritual people think everything is serendipitous. And so therefore he's like, I'm cementing that this is going to work for her.
already knew at this
I don't know
point.
how.
And I had never heard that text message. So thank you so much.
Shut up.
Like, really, thank you so much.
Love you.
I know. And I know it's because you love me so much. So, like, thank you.
No, it's not because he loves you so much. He loves himself so much. Come on. Ugh. God, it's so clear. He doesn't love you so much. He loves himself and he wants to be in control of you, all aspects of you.
And for me, it's like, how am I in this experience where, like, the person that I love more than anything is so graciously
Is pawning me off on another man and wants to know all the details about it. How is that possible? Put the two pieces together, ma'am.
and generously and beautifully, impeccably granting me the freedom to just, you know, not that there was any plan or that this would have even worked, but it's just like, but I give you my blessing if there's something there. And I really, that blessing requires a lot of responsibility, right? It's not just like a flippant thing of like, I'm attracted and my, you know, primal physical body would feel good to rub up against your. No, it's like, no, there's like to receive that kind of
What?
blessing requires a lot of
You guys are rubbing up against each other? Ew. Get a room.
responsibility and integrity. And so I've really held that because you've been so gracious and so wonderful.
Courageous too.
So courageous.
One of the things, you know, in that
This is a penis stroking exercise for both of them to Aubrey. It's so bizarre. God, he did nothing.
previous podcast that I felt I wanted to just share with you guys and share with anyone who's listening. And also thank you for the opportunity to get destroyed on the internet by people I don't know. It's a real gift. I never thought this would happen to me, but it's
You're welcome, sir. We're here to serve. We're here to serve you, my king.
such a beautiful.
Oh, sorry.
Sorry.
I'm just kidding.
Sorry.
They love it. They love it so much because any attention is good. Any fame, bad. Any press is good press, right? That video, the original one, got like 4 times more views than like anything he typically posts. So that's why they're milking this shit till the end of time. They're gonna have 7-part series probably by the end of this. Okay, now it's our next person. Now it's another teacher that's gonna validate what we think. It's like they love it. They attention. They wouldn't do. This is 2 hours long. They would not do it if they really were being hurt by the backlash. Come on.
No, but I really wanted, and I'm glad you read the text because people didn't see that. The amazing courageousness, the care you had for her, the honesty, and just like the level of clarity of communication that it came from.
The bar so low.
And the vulnerability that was there. So I want people to really feel that. The courageousness on your part, the care on your part, and then ultimately what came after that, which was...
He's wearing like a shark tooth necklace also. I don't know if you can see that beyond the microphone setup, but that's quite the piece there, sir.
Was the courageousness on your part.
Yeah. Thank you for that acknowledgement. And I really feel the same. So we spent this whole evening at this gathering sitting next to each other. And, you know, I always have lots of things. I have like rose spray and I have chihuahua and I have like, just, you know, essential oils. And like, I always have lots of things. My bag is like Mary Poppins. And so,
Chihuahua is a very tingly Ecuadorian mouth spray.
That cleans your saliva.
It's a tiny dog.
Not a lot of people know what Chihuahua is.
Keep that in my mochila.
Okay, that was somewhat entertaining for 1 second. That's a joke that I would say, okay? So I appreciate and I approve of this message.
Would you like some chihuahua? I don't even know if I'm pronouncing that correctly. Anyways.
Great.
So...
Perfect. Awesome. Love it. Okay. Great. Thank you for admitting that, at least. God, the bar, again, is so low. Oh, it's a sacred medicine. I don't know how to pronounce it, but it's sacred, and I carry it around and offer it to people. Oh, good. Goody.
I just am pulling out all of my things, and I would use my things and I'd be like, would you like some Blue Lotus oil? Just trying to create some kind of connection or conversation. I was so...
Okay. That's a good freeze frame. Can I just make a mean comment for 1 quick second? Not that I haven't taken this liberty already, this whole entire episode so far. She's becoming very little girl-like, and it's a little bit concerning. I don't know what this means, but and I do it when I speak to little kitty here. Like, I'll go, oh, my little girl, and there's like baby talk. But when she's talking about a sexual relationship with a grown man next to her husband, he's becoming a little girl. And it's like, I'm just a cute, it's like a little disturbing. Is anyone else disturbed by that? Or am I projecting too much of my own, like, thoughts about this whole dynamic? Because it's more so this time than last time that I noticed that she's like, infantilizing herself while she's discussing this pretty mature sexual relationship.
Awkward internally, and I don't know how you perceived me, but I was just putting it out there in my own way to just be like, hey, like, and then we got into a really beautiful conversation. I don't even remember how we arrived there, but we started talking about pigeon, which you can speak to better than me, and I can give more context.
Yeah.
The bird? What context for pigeon or the yoga pose? We
found a thread about Hawaii.
Yeah.
Yeah. You know, you have, I don't know your exact percentage relationship ancestry of Hawaiian, but I know that you carry a lot of that, you know, aloha spirit with you. And I've been to Hawaii several times. I have family has a farm.
Oh, he's been to Hawaii several times, so they have a connection of being Hawaiian. God, these people. We share the connection of Hawaii. I went to the Maui resort, the Disney Polynesian resort one time as a child. Oh, I get it.
I'm out there for the last 20 years. And
So many Hawaii
it's a
connections.
really, really special place to me.
Yeah.
And
You asked me if I knew what pigeon was, and I was
Right.
like, bruh.
oh, yeah.
Bruh,
Yeah.
listen here, dreaded man. To my right, I was like, do I know what pigeon is? My whole family's from Hawaii. So it just kind of got the conversation going. And all this is happening while he already knows that I feel some kind of attraction, but I have no idea in my mind that you sent this text message. So in hindsight, it was pretty hilarious because I was just blindly going through that whole
Oh, okay, thank you. Pigeon, I've never heard that. I've never been to Hawaii, but I feel a connection to it, so therefore I claim it as my personality.
whole day. And God bless you. I'm so happy you didn't tell me because I would have been even more awkward throughout the whole day. But to, kind of keep the story a little bit shorter than all of the intense details of it, we found ourselves later that night in a shared space, you had somebody on the sound bed and I was doing some singing for them. And again, it was just like the universe just kept creating these opportunities to connect. And so we were in a space with just the two of us. And I sat down and I was like, all right, well, I guess I just got to put it out there. And so I just started sharing about the, structure of our relationship and how Alana, who was, there at this gathering, was Aubrey's beloved and a beloved to me. And, I just kind of put it out there and I was like, I totally can understand if this feels like so awkward and weird.
Can I just say, it was so cute. You're like, I don't know how to say this, but there's this relationship I'm in and
Okay, so he's mimicking her behavior at this retreat, and it's like a little baby girl child, like telling a secret to her crush. Again, I'm disturbed by this. This is supposed to be, according to them and according to Dr. Mark, okay, the evolved therapist that lost his license for like having a relationship with like a 14-year-old. Okay, gross. This is the evolved way to be. They have uncovered a radical new system of evolution, and this will prevent wars and famine from plaguing our earth. This is what this man said, okay, in the last 2 videos. While they're discussing getting into this dynamic, it's like the most childish behavior possible. I'm confused by evolution to the point where you're getting God's messages directly because you're so in tune with the universe. And then also on the flip side, too immature and childish to even like speak normally to the person you're interested in. The polarity of this is just like Antarctica. That makes sense? Okay. Thank you to the Upward Spiral. Thank you so much. Upward Spiral says, just here for tarot and the mango frequency. Well, you are in the right place. The Upward Spiral. I like your name a lot. That's very interesting. That's very cute. I love that.
$15,000 in crystals here.
That's me when I go to the crystal store.
The mango frequency.
That one's for you.
They are grifters.
In case you didn't know. Thank you. And finally, last thing.
They are grifters.
Finally, this other last thing.
Oh, why does the sky look like a grid?
Okay, back to his dramatization of the child asking him on a date or whatever.
I gotta, what, can I say something?
Yeah, it was so awkward and so uncomfortable. But ultimately, I also just thanked you for really graciously receiving me putting myself out there because I was like, honestly, even if all of this was for just me to have this moment of claiming something for myself that's in like the beautiful, generous blessing of my husband, and like if it was just...
And they have to praise him constantly. How much praise do you need in a 2-hour period? They must know that they are going to be favored if they like figuratively suck his dick because like he's gotten the praise already. They keep going back to him and thank you again and thank you again and thank you again. It's like enough. It's not him, the leader, giving you permission. It's supposed to be a mutual agreement. Why is he getting all the praise? It's ridiculous.
For that. Like, thank you for just being so kind and open and, you know, like, gracious. Like, that would have been enough for me. Like, when I got to that point, it was like, even if there is nothing here and, you know, you want to run the other way, like, just even that moment for
He gets to bang an attractive woman. Yeah, he's going to be running the other way, I'm sure.
me felt like it was enough. And yeah. and then everything began.
And then it started to unfold. I hope you all are enjoying this podcast as much as I am. I want to talk to you
Yeah, we're all enjoying it just about the same amount as you are, for sure.
about Correct Life. That's our new supplement company, and we just launched a new product called Fuel. Now, this product combines exogenous ketones, which help give you that mental clarity and actual physical energy, and we combined it with electrolytes and also
Our new supplement company. So that's what all this is for. It all now makes sense. If you want to have stamina to have 17 girlfriends and a boyfriend and connect people, you know, through text messages at your whim, this is the supplement you need to keep you fueled through the day. Of all of your doings and musings of controlling people's lives, you need to take my new supplement.
trace minerals, and then a compound that comes from green beans called metabolite, which helps train the body to use your own fat stores as a source of energy. So it's a product that combines many things that we're already probably using. And if we're not, it's great for hydration, great for those pickleball matches, great for long days where you're just rehydrating your body, or even in your morning mineral cocktail. And then we also have
What universe these people live in? Pickleball and mineral cocktails? Are we in fucking the Tesla factory or something? Like, who are you talking to? I guess a rich, spiritual, out of touch people. This is very relatable to them, I guess.
Of course, Correct Energy, which focuses on that caffeine metabolite called paraxanthine, which is really like the spirit of caffeine, and then surrounds it with a bunch of natural extracts to enhance the ability to just be your best self. It's the most subtle and powerful energy formula.
Subtle and powerful. Wow. I'm sorry. I'm just playing this ad full out because it's ridiculous.
I've ever felt. And really, these products are the core of what Correct is all about. And we'll expand from here, of course. We have Correct Fitness coming down the line soon. But really, this is about how do you have products and information that you can put in your toolkit that will up-level your life.
Correct. And if you take too much of it, you'll get colorectal disorders. Not medical advice.
Every single day. So you can be a little better tomorrow than you are today. And that's something that we all need. So if you go to correctlife.com, that's Korre.
K-O? Oh, God, you lost me now. I was going to buy it. Correct K-O? Who are you? Who are you? Me?
CTLife.com.
Kaya?
You can get 15% off your first order. Once again, correctlife.com.
Thanks,
And
Aubrey.
as your relationship unfolded, I think there was, you know, a kind of key moment where you and I really needed to connect like a lot deeper. So then we
Why?
went out, you know, and had our own, you know, adventure that we were all in together.
Did they do it in the butt or what? Is that the undertone here? I need to know the details.
Out on our farm. And like I intended to just really like drop in with you on another level outside of the basketball court context and like really feel you like brother to brother. And, you know, we were a little high and we're traveling to this ephemeral bog, the legendary ephemeral bog.
Guided by the one and only
Caitlin
Howe. Who just
That's the ex-girlfriend, isn't it? Of him that was on this podcast last week crying hysterically because people are mean to her ex-boyfriend, even though she was dumped by him like 20 years ago. That one, is that the Caitlin we're discussing? And also, the world famous bog, I'm unfamiliar. I don't know what's going on anymore. Ephemeral bog, I don't know what you're talking about.
parasol, just guiding us to the bog.
I gotta show you guys this bog. What? I don't even know what the fuck a bog is. What is a bog? But we're gonna follow you because you're so compelling and you're such a babe. Let's go.
And so one of the things was we just started cracking up.
Yeah.
Like we were just fucking laughing. And I was like, yo, this dude's fucking hilarious. And we were like riffing off each other. And at that point, I didn't know that you were like a trained improv fucking expert, comedian. I was just like, this dude's
A trained improv professional? Get a grip. Oh my God. And also, can you imagine having a podcast and having a friend that you like actually enjoy and is really funny and speaking about it like that? We were just laughing. Who are you talking to? Who speaks like this to someone they actually care for? We were having an amazing time at the bog. Okay, dude, I don't know. This is not normal behavior in case anyone's wondering.
fucking funny. And we were riffing off different things and laughing, and Vi's having her own blast, and Alana's having a good time, and Caitlin's having a good time, and the whole crew's having a good time. But we really started to just connect, and I started to feel like better and better about the situation, because of course there's this I really felt like he's a good guy, but I want to know, and I want to make sure, that, Vylana's she's my garden, my secret garden. And I want to make sure that...
His secret garden? Okay.
Whoever I leave to tend the garden, that the garden's going to come back better. There's going to be more rose bushes planted. Mm-hmm. And there's going to be more flowers that have bloomed. And
there's going to be bushes, all right. But I don't know if they're rose flavored.
And that was the first moment where I got to really feel like, damn, this dude's fucking awesome. Uh-huh. And it was both funny and philosophical, and we got into a lot of different discussions. It's just cool.
I felt the same. The part of it, I didn't know what to expect. And I tried honestly not to expect much, right? I just tried to sort of be in the moment with it and the isness of it all. But definitely
it's our favorite word. Isness.
One of the parts I did not expect was how deep of a brotherhood I would find with you. From just your background in commedia dell'arte and knowing about this real sliver of improv history and training that I feel so close to, that you brought up. I was like, wait, hold on. This is a true story. I was over at Chill's house. This is early in the connection experience. And I think you were just like, who wants to do an improvised musical right now? I was like, I do. Wait, what? That's what I want to do right now. What?
These people have so much money, so much time, and yet they're so bored. It really makes me feel better. Honestly, this is uplifting my spirits, that these people are so wacky and weird. Because sometimes you look at these people and they're like, wow, they're really hot. They're really rich. Man, what am I doing wrong? And then I hear this stuff and I'm like, you know what? No. Too much of anything makes you go nutso. And that's what these people are experiencing. And it makes me feel better about myself. So I am learning.
Word. And then I just found this really genuine connection with, honestly, both of you guys, musical and fun and play. So and
we did a whole philosophical musical about the bog.
We absolutely did.
He just jumps on it, so he's an incredible.
Well, before this happens, let me go to one.
When people don't have jobs, this is what occurs. We made a whole musical about the bog. Telling people this on a podcast as if this is not the most insane thing you could say in this moment. With no fear, no hesitation. We made a musical about the bog. The fuck?
Let me go to one part of the story. So we finish our adventure to the bog, and then we come back into the living room, and we're coming down from being high, and everybody's being cuddly, and
okay, so they're high. Okay, so the musical is like, I'm in a bog and I'm here in the bog and it's foggy, woo, and my name is Mog. Wow, we're so talented. We should take this on the road, bro. Yes, we should. There's a frog in the bog and the frog is named Mog and my name is Obs. That's called improv, baby. What do you think, Taro? She loved it. Okay, sorry.
You have your keyboard out there and you start playing the keyboard and playing music.
Oh my God, you played Goddess Yahoo.
And
Of course you
I
did.
was like,
Oh my God.
oh shit, this dude is super talented.
Played Hallelujah.
And at that moment, you know, there's this moment of like, this is awesome. And also like, fuck, like I'm a little jealous and like I'm a little scared. Like this dude he's got real juice. Like, and both are happening at the same time. But the override,
Like, I want to suck that juice out of your man cannon. Okay, sorry.
and that's the thing, like both of these emotions can happen at the same time. They're not a contradiction. It's like they're both simultaneously occurring.
In different dimensions.
And I choose to be like, this is awesome. But you were just ripping it on the keyboard, just improvising, and whatever song somebody wanted, you could just kind of hear it in your head and make some kind of, you know, some kind of version of that, whether it was System of a Down that was like kind of
Or the
brought down
Gorillas,
to-
I ain't happy, feeling glad I got, and you just had the whole, everyone was just like,
and Vi and you are singing, and I'm
Again, the bar is so low. The guy plays piano. What do you expect him not to know any songs? Isn't that his whole career? He's a hooper / musician. You think he could play. That's like every dueling piano bar. I'm not saying it's not talent, but like, what did you expect? Like, you think he's gonna, you know, levitate off the ground? It's a pretty basic skill if you're a musician, I would guess. But okay, go off, King.
like, damn, they got a vibe. Like they got a vibe together, which is exactly what I would hope for. And it's also like in my small self, like a little bit of what's scary.
Sure.
It's always like a little bit of what's scary is like when you witness somebody's greatness, there's a little bit, and then it forces you to trust your own greatness. And that's what I think one of the and uniqueness. And that's one of the most beautiful things of these post-conventional relationship structures is they really put you in a spot where you have to decide who you are. And you have to decide how much do you love yourself? How much do you trust your uniqueness? How much can you celebrate somebody else's greatness?
Yeah.
You know, and really say like, this is incredible. And I'm not that musical.
Well, he likes to take credit for other people's greatness and other people's abilities. Like, oh, I allowed this to occur, so therefore his greatness is somewhat thanks to me, I think. You need to go?
Gifted. I have a few talents
You're
here or there.
great at a little horn.
I can
Or the didgeridoo.
sometimes blow a shofar or a didge, and I can ohm pretty good.
You own great.
But there was an element that was beyond my capacity. And so recognizing that, I remember, you know, in my old polyamory days, like I wanted to be better than everybody at everything, and that was the competitive side. But then I realized like I'll never be better than everybody at anything. The only thing I can be the best at is being myself. And so
I'm controlling everyone through my phone.
I had like forged that ability. So I'm like watching you rip it and feeling both of those feelings simultaneously, but ultimately like coming to this like, hell yeah. Like, hell yeah, this is cool.
Yeah.
Okay, now they're going to thank him again for the 15th time. And I just want to say for 1 second, thank you so much for approving of this relationship and approving of my skills as a piano man.
It was at a very important transitional moment in my life, and I just remember.
Oh, relatable. Alana was at a very transitional period in her life when she got involved in this constellation. A pattern forming once again. I was at a place where I didn't know where to go and turn, and then all of a sudden I'm locked into this weird podcast relationship. Goodbye. I love you.
Both you guys, like even in a broader sense, were just sort of like, come be a part of, you know, this moment with us. We know you're in a moment. Just like come be a part. And I felt so much ease, and again, coming back to your message, Aubrey, like it felt true. Didn't feel fake. It felt easy. I felt like you saw me in ways that so many people never are able to. As a philosopher, as an improviser, you know, a bit of a theatrical, dramatic person sometimes. As we probably
Just if everyone took themselves less seriously, all these healings would not need to occur. That's what is at the core of this. Take yourself 50% less seriously. A philosopher? Come on. Like, let's be real. Just be a guy who likes to talk or think about stuff. Why? Oh, I'm a philosopher. Okay, Plato.
all a little guilty. And same with Vi, like Hawaiian roots, getting back to music, and like, but quality of music, right? Like, not.
Welcome, Jen Hearn. Oh, wait, let me open my app. Hold on. Open my stream. Stand by.
And everyone's into piano. Some people only like guitars or something like that. It's like it was an interesting thread, and it was impossible to ignore. Again, coming from some.
Welcome, Jen Hearn. Welcome.
This is so good.
Great comment. That's really cute. I love that.
You have strong sugar glider energy.
This is for you, Jen.
I want to go to Denny's with you.
Okay.
Someone who wasn't interested in this experience, was pretty guarded. I was actually coming out of like 9 or 10 months of like celibacy at the time, where I actually made a lot of prayers for like more of an experience that I wanted to have. I come out of a rough one and was like really just like finding my alignment with the quality I wanted to experience in companionship. And, you know, the added layers of this wasn't necessarily it.
Thanks, Krista.
But the quality of connection was 100% it. And the quality of brotherhood I felt with you is just undeniable. It's like, it feels very cosmic.
Yeah.
Truly.
Yeah. Truly. You know, I think for me, obviously we had, so then as you kind of entered into this relationship constellation, we would have just the best time. Like, we would have you over to the house.
I also feel like he's taking away her boyfriend now. It's not enough for him to have his girlfriend and their private relationship that they now have. But now he has to say, oh no, me and him also have a really good relationship as well. It's really good. It's really special as well. He cannot let Vylana have her own thing, her own private life. He needs to be a part of it and needs to be there and needs to be, oh no, not just that he's with you, he's also my brother. He cannot let this woman have a single ounce of independence. It'll kill him. He'll start crying immediately.
And we would have more fun than we would have possibly if you weren't there.
Totally.
Because we were improving. We were doing improvisational musicals. I did a whole fucking bit on the Nephilim that we'll never forget. You know, like I was just on one that day about the fucking... the Nephilim, you know, and
look it up at home.
Look up Nephilim.
Nephilim.
You know, book of.
Okay, Nephilim. Let's look it up, everybody. I'm sure it's going to be really exciting. Nephilim. It's a mysterious group of beings or giants mentioned in the Hebrew Bible and other ancient texts. Here's the Nephilim, guys. He was on one about this AI giant. These people are so bored. Again, we know you play basketball and we know that you guys improvised, which I don't know what they had a conversation without planning it on a podcast. I think that's what they think improvisation is. Okay. We get it.
Enoch. But we were just having such a blast, like having so much fun together. And so I felt the generative qualities. And when Vi would spend a night with you, she would come home to me. And of course,
I had the baby monitor where I was watching it. I mean, she came home and I wasn't expecting her for sure.
Be those feelings of anxiousness. But what I felt from Vi, which I actually expected from my experience, was that she would come home and she would be more attracted to me, like more, because I had bestowed this blessing on her. She didn't have less love for me. She had more love for me. So she would come home and she would be like so in love with me and so like just almost ravenous, in her love, because I'd just been so gracious. So the graciousness.
I had been so gracious. This is your time, guys, to compliment me again. It's been 5 minutes since you've talked about how great and courageous I am. I'm going to give you a little signal that I'm wanting some more compliments. So get ready, guys. Start the lineup and start telling me how amazing I am for allowing this to occur.
Bestowed this. So
and blessing begets blessing.
Blessing begets blessing. And so it created this really generative quality. And it was really beautiful. And I think it reached a zenith in some ways at Burning Man, where, bro, at Burning Man, you were a fucking boss.
Your first burn.
It was my
first burn, but you
Your first burn. Why is she a child? I don't like this at all.
like slid in there like as a rookie, like rookie of the year, like fucking just a boss. And I saw like, oh man, like this dude's a king. Like you're like,
like me, we can be co-kings together. Cuckings, some might say.
There's so many situations. Like there was this one guy who was like probably smoked too much meth and was like all like fucking like weird and whatever like that. And I'm, obviously we're at Burning Man, we're on all kinds of different things and we're fucking balling out.
Yeah.
And just watching both of us handle that situation like protectors, like men, handle to like make sure that our crew was safe and that everybody's protected, and just watching how you handled it with both tenderness and fierceness, and how you were in your like full greatness. And we would have.
He was so great at protecting someone from the meth person at Burning Man. Okay, I guess.
All these like crazy, beautiful drop-ins, like philosophically discussing like things like about free will or these other different conversations. And, you and Vi spent, 2 of those.
They discussed free will and how much that Vylana doesn't have any.
Nights together at Burning Man. And of course I was there with Vylana, so I got to spend those nights with Vylana. But it was also like, it was both beautiful and also hard. Like it's not, even for me with so much experience, and this is one thing I try to reflect to Vi all the time, is like, I have like a lot of years of experience of this, and it doesn't mean that it's easy. It just means that I've been through this crucible enough, and I know what choices will take me through the other side.
So wise.
But to actually just like hold witness to your greatness and like the eros that was between
Wow, you're so wise.
you two, and be like, wow, it's a special thing that's going on there, and to really offer that blessing. Of course,
it's super complex because there's like,
no, it's not.
Like you were saying before, it's like there's so many.
Really, actually simple. He's always in control. He controls everything, and as long as he's in control of everything, he's fine. Until he gets bored, and then he'll need more.
Of things that happen at the same time. It's like you can have jealousy and a total shifted higher perspective of like full blessing, excitement, celebration. Like those things are not mutually exclusive. Like they happen at the same time. So it really calls forward like, what do I want to choose? Do I want to be the one that just feeds the wolf of jealousy and, is going in that path? Or do I want to take the other pathway? And it's like a constant choice of like refinement of self.
Yeah.
I feel called to just double click on one aspect of how this all works is like, this probably all doesn't work as well if like Alana and I, shout out Alana, also are super friendly and connected. Like, if there was any weird energy between her and I, that would have created some dissonance.
That'd be super complex.
Super complex. But the reality is so homey. Like, Hawaii vibes also, island spirit, like a similar resonant spirit that just felt so natural.
Again, he said he went to Hawaii a couple times in his life. Like, why is he, oh yeah, this is our mutual connection, Hawaii. Like, I don't think you're from there, dude.
And obvious and easy to hang with all y'all. And I just wanted to like name that too. Like her spirit is also amazing and
special.
So easy to connect with her and all you guys was just beautiful.
So are they banging as well? I thought it was just Vylana.
Beautiful.
Yeah. Thanks for sharing that, brother. Of course. Yeah, for sure. So, you know, this is the inside of how this works. And it's one of the hardest things and also one of the truly most beautiful things. And there's no doubt in my mind that your addition into our union was just absolutely accretive, absolutely like beneficial and beautiful, and still is. Like we're still in the beauty and recently even, even after this whole fucking crazy controversy cancellation, like you came over to the house and got on the piano and we got to do improv. That was like
enough
pure catharsis.
Absolutely.
Where I got to play the devil that everybody's casting me out to be, and I got to play that character.
I got to sing the songs.
Sing songs about it.
You devil.
And then
you devilish man.
I love that moment so much.
Seek help, all of you. My God, this is such bizarre behavior. They need someone to check them into a facility. Now, they need someone to check them also. This is not normal. I'm sorry. We all know this, right? Like, I don't need to explain any further.
And it's one thing I really believe in with improv is it can be a source of community catharsis. It's like, take the stories that are heavy to you or weighing you down. And
What
it's like,
is improv to them? Like, whose line is it anyway? Like, watching that show is going to heal me or what? I need to know what they define as improv, because they have not told us what it is. Like singing a song as it goes. Okay. Do we need to talk about it any further? No, we do not, in my opinion. Nachama Gluck. Thank you so much. They say, what in the spiritual alpha cuck is this? What in the repressed trauma is happening here? God bless these humans. Is this the waiting room for hell? Yeah, this is actually... Hell in itself is a podcast. It's a never-ending podcast where you only have the ability to talk once a day. And every day you say something and then the other person goes, huh? And that goes on for infinity. That is actually the modern hell, I think. And also, I say this.
I went to work at an orphanage.
Thanks, Ed Millett. Me?
I am such a giver.
I'm kind of a wild guy.
I just liked being able to get away with whatever I wanted.
And that's what Aubrey would say if he was honest, for reals. Thank you, Nachima Gluck. I appreciate you.
Do we exfoliate them? How do we actually maybe even envision new outcomes by creating them with scene work?
And playing different archetypes.
That
aren't yours, yeah.
Right. Or lampoon some of the things that seemed off or harsh.
Lampoon, good word.
Yeah. Thank you.
Strong word.
Strong word.
Yeah. 7 letters for Scrabble.
Bog Brothers. Bog Brother Hart.
Bog Brothers got that one dialed.
The Bog Brothers? Vylana, get out of here. You are too attractive for the Bog Brothers, okay? Seek therapy, get out and find yourself a basketball player, a real hooper in the NBA. You can do it, girl. I promise you. Show up to a game one time, you'll be scooped up in a second if that's what your future holds. You could do so much better than these losers. I'm sorry. They're weird. They're so weird.
Yeah, I mean, there's been so much that I've learned, because again, as you mentioned, in college, I did Commedia dell'arte, which is one of the oldest forms of improv. It's an Italian.
Yeah, 1700s during the Renaissance.
Yeah.
People do these like stock characters or archetypes.
Yeah, you wear a mask and you embody that mask and that archetype.
What, didn't you have a character you
Bargello.
Bargello. Absolutely. Yeah. And Bargello was...
He was the chief of the guard. He was the chief of the guards. He was the chief of the guards, and we had this Italian.
He thinks he's a chief. That's thread as well. He's always the chief of whatever thing he's doing at the time. That's his goal in life. So it makes sense.
Director. And I was like, I want to play this guy kind of like Yosemite Sam. You know, like I want to kind of play
See
like
the precursor for Huckleberry.
What is all this racket going on out here? What's going on with our peoples? Yeah. And he was like, I love it. I love it. I love it. I'm about the band, man. Like, So I just got to just fucking be a total character, like a total
Just a class in college? What are we talking about? I don't understand what any of this has to do with anything.
play, like live into the mask of this character and be as if I was that. And just every night, you know, the curtains would open and I didn't know exactly what I'd say. I know where the basic plot line needed to go.
We
but
know
I would
what
say something
improv
different.
is, Aubrey. Everyone fucking knows what basic improv. We didn't know. We had the basic scenes, but we didn't know what we were gonna say. Yeah, that's the whole thing. You do not have to explain this any further, and no one cares. Please, God, get to the juicy stuff.
And every night, you know, I'd respond in a different way. And it was a cool, like, seed, but the seed hadn't been watered for like 20 years.
Totally.
And then so you come around and then that seed gets watered
All we
in
want to
me.
do.
And like,
Should we
it's
do
like,
improv right now? Let's
for
do it.
sure.
For your
Like,
birthday.
For my birthday, we had a
what do you want to do? Drum or improv or like dance or all of the above?
That's what I want to do. Though.
Yeah.
Like, cool. Let's all do that.
all of the things. I want to get together the most hilarious people that I know, and we're just gonna fucking send it. And it's been
They forget to say, and they sometimes say it, they do a bunch of drugs beforehand, and then they go and do these activities, I guess. And then they cuddle afterwards. Ah, what a night.
been so powerful and beautiful, and I know we're gonna get more into that thread because it's really felt just like the value of the things that you feel the most allured to are always the dopest things. And it's not just like a fun thing that you're experiencing. There's so much depth and complexity.
It's not
and
just fun improv. It's deep improv because we're not just regular improvers. We're deep spiritual, service-led improvers. Okay.
catharsis and so much to it. And
We're cathartic improvers.
I know that we're ultimately headed in that direction of that exploration. I think kind of what's coming through for me right now is just like, I feel like what could be really valuable is just sort of naming the things that, you know, these relationships and, you know, how our journey has unfolded. Like what are we taking from it? Even though it's still in motion, it's like, what are the valuable lessons that we've learned? What are the perspectives?
Improv, bogs, appreciation. It's all you need these days in the modern love scene.
That are super helpful. Like, I feel like that's a kind of cool.
Yeah, you know, I think one of the things for me is just to...
And also, the thing about all this, they do kind of seem well matched. I don't know about Alana, but like the fact that they all want to do improv and musical theater and pretend it's spiritual, great. But again, why are they saying, oh, we're teaching the masses, we are leading the charge of evolution? Just do this quietly in the bog, away from everyone else, and in the tone of you have cracked the universal code, and everyone else that doesn't take your supplements and do this stuff is somehow beneath you, because that's the vibe they constantly give out. Oh, you just have a monogamous relationship, well, I guess you're not evolved like us. It's like, give me a break, you're miserable.
Recognize that if you try to place the entirety of your desire on one person, it'll collapse under the weight that it can't bear. Because if one person is your everything and is supposed to be everything in every way, then it's so much weight, and it's just not true. Everybody's unique. Like, you offered things to Vi. Like, you guys would create songs together. You'd be on the piano and Vi would sing and she'd come back with the song that you guys had worked on, and then I'd help her work on the lyrics.
That's right.
Oh, I'm saying
And so we were in this collaboration, but your
There's
music...
going to be more singing, as evidenced in the intro. And also, of course, Aubrey they can't just have a song together. He's going to help with the lyrics. He's going to help write the song. And apparently also, according to the intro, Joshua and Aubrey are going to produce Vylana's album for her. So, you know, she should be so lucky to have two producers to share the credit with.
Musical abilities is just something I didn't have. And similarly, Alana offers things that are unique. And the trap for the mind is to say, like, well, I want to offer everything and I want to be everything for that person. But people are so beautiful and unique and they have so many other gifts. Like, yeah, there's something called platonic friendship that you're allowed to have. You don't have to bang every person you find interesting. Just a thought. Thank you so much to Granny Goes Gamer. Thank you so much. Granny Goes Gamer says, listening to you critique their weirdness is hilarious. You got the gift, girl. You're straight up gold, Kia. It's called Improv. Ever heard of it? This is not improv. I write my scripts and I read it verbatim and I never make mistakes or never go on tangents that don't make sense. Okay? Because I'm a professional. I'm a professional improv scene builder. Okay? This is for you. I say this.
What up, homie?
Granny Goes Gamer. This is for you.
We're not a cult.
That's Vylana every day when she walks outside. And also,
a quote from my Insta.
And this, finally.
I have a new epiphany. I have a new revelation every single time.
Thank you, Granny Goes Gamer. And thank you to TG. TG says, Haktua Improv on that thing. Haktua Improv on that thing. I agree.
I'm sorry you're upset.
Don't be upset, Haktua. Haktua is in the chat. It was at some point, at least. I have this to say.
Time for me, you, and all the nations to get us some elevation. Woo.
That's called improv, baby. Michael, oh my God. Matthew McConaughey knows all about improv. He can teach all you suckers. Thanks, TG. And finally, Kate. Thank you so much, Kate. Kate says, I was not ready for the singing. Can I get a, are you ready for me? Okay, let me find that. I have it somewhere. Oh God, okay. Are you ready for me? Where would that be? Where would that be? Shh. So what I did, and I screwed myself over, is I'm
spending too much time working, too much time giving.
I moved all of the sound bites into like categories as opposed to people, and now I've lost some of them and I can never get them back.
There's literally no place in the world than I would rather be than right here with you.
That's our boy.
This is so profound.
But where would I put it? Are you ready for me? I think I got rid of it, maybe. I'm sorry.
People tend to get their feelings hurt because they're just weak and they're soft.
I'll bring it back for you, I promise.
Share this episode with every single person that you know.
Thank you, Kate. I'm sorry I've let you down, but I got you doubled sound bites.
We are now live, mofos.
That's true. Okay. Hawk to it.
It's not that it's something lacking in you. It's not like, oh man, Aubrey, I wish you were fucking more musical, you loser. You know, if only you could play the piano and if only you could fucking do, like, that's the trap.
Sure.
Yeah.
You know, but the beauty is to say like, okay, yeah, I have my own unique things and I can play in these territories, but there's other additive things. So you get more, not less, but you have to avoid that trap of trying to feel like I'm not enough. If I was enough, if I could play music, then she wouldn't be interested in Josh. You know, like, that's the trap.
Think about maybe your wife feeling that way for a second. No, he doesn't think that. Maybe if I was younger, my husband wouldn't want a younger girlfriend. No, he doesn't think that. He doesn't think about that at all. He's not concerned. He's concerned about himself and his ego only.
You know, and that's like the trap that I think all of us fall in, this idea that like people are only going to be attracted to somebody if there's something wrong with you.
Mm-hmm.
Like the only reason you were interested in Josh because there's something fundamentally wrong with Aubrey Marcus.
No, you can be completely and entirely fulfilled, like not even searching or looking or praying for something that can. And I think that I think that code too is like, and it's not just minimized to a sexually intimate kind of connection, like it's not. I think people like that is just such a huge thing, and it is a huge thing. It's the most sacred thing, and there's a lot of things that happen within that, and I don't really feel like that's where our conversation wants to go, but it's also not minimizing everything to just that. Like our relationship now, as beautiful as ever, my relationship with my brother Garen, like completely, utterly not.
Her brother? Not by blood, I hope.
Unsexually intimate whatsoever, but it's like so alive. And one thing that I really appreciate is, even if it's not in a sexual context, it's just the freedom of like, I want for my partner to be in the freedom and blessing of everything that makes them feel the most alive. Like one thing about being with you that I really recognized is for myself, because I was putting everything onto you. And I've started expanding out into like, I have so many brothers that because I'm married, wouldn't really engage with in a way because like maybe it seems inappropriate, or I don't know, but it's like, it's softened a lot of those ideas to where
because they're all thinking, oh, I can bang her too, I guess. If that's what you want, all men to be thinking that you're available, I guess that's brotherhood to you? I don't know. Again, it seems like she's just trying to justify this as like such a positive experience for her. And in reality, it's just something she's doing to keep her marriage afloat, I think.
Get the intimacy from the masculine in ways that is not all reliant on you to feed me in that way. And it's not coming from a place of anything that's lacking. It's just every person is their own unique being that has something else to offer. And so, yeah, I just wanted to share that part.
I don't know what you're talking about, girl.
Of it.
And, there is something about the depth of intimacies. Like, so for brothers, like, for us to compete against each other and sweat, and like there's an intimacy that develops that's kind of actually unique. Totally. Like if I've never played ball with somebody or I've never been in like ceremony with them, like a brother, like there's like a level of intimacy that we haven't crossed.
You don't know true friendship until you ball with each other. You hoop and ball. That's the real spiritual connection. Okay, got it.
I feel the same way. I actually would tell my previous partners, hey, if you haven't seen me compete, you haven't seen me play basketball, I don't know if you don't really know me.
Right.
So whipping dreads in people's eyes.
So for men, for men, like that's like a way to bond. And I think for men and women,
he's like, stop talking. I have a thought to say. My name's Aubrey. I'm the king here.
There's just an intimacy that develops when this
Ball and Bog brothers. The Ball and Bog brothers banging babes. Oh boy. That's good. That's rich.
Sexuality is not closed or shamed or limited, where actually you get into the deeper chambers of each other's heart. And you have to be careful with that, and it's not always necessary, and there's many ways you can go without that, but I think there is something that unlocks, and I watched that happen where there was more that was unlocked because that was online, because I could hear, I can hear the voices like, well, why did they have to be sexually intimate? Why couldn't they just go over and play music? Well, they could have, and right now that's what you guys are doing.
But like, I couldn't get off on that. So there needs to be a sexual element so I can have my spot in the corner and do what I have to do, which is the most important thing of all of this. Duh.
And if that evolves, that evolves. But like fundamentally.
So they're not even banging? What the fuck is going on? Excuse my language. Vylana and Joshua aren't even banging? She's not banging both of the Bog brothers? She's only banging one of the Bog brothers? The dread-headed from Hawaii who's been there twice? They're not even having sex? They're friends. What the hell? This is more of a thing for Aubrey. Again. Okay, I just want to rehear what he said because I just make sure I got that right.
He's sexually into him. Why couldn't they just go over and play music? Well, they could. They could have. And, right now that's what you guys are doing. And if that evolves, that evolves. But like fundamentally, there is something that kind of unlocks.
There's a creative energy
in that level of intimacy. Like when you're in that full vulnerability.
Did I get that right? That they're not having sex? Thank you. What is the point of this? Sugar High 4242. What is the point of this? Tell me. Sugar High 4242. Thank you so much. They say true brothers return an escaped wife. The Bog Brothers big escape. The Bog Brothers big bazookas. I don't know. Okay.
I love selling stuff online.
That's called improv, baby. It doesn't always work out.
If Western civilization survives, it will be because enough people see Avatar.
I'm getting into the old stuff now.
I'm outside the Cheesecake Factory waiting for it to open.
Drop it in on a half pipe.
Dropping it on a half pipe in the bog. And hooping it up. You don't know me until you see me on the YMCA floor. Throwing a ball into a hoop. That's who I truly am, baby. Thank you, Sugar High. I also love sugar, if you didn't know. Okay.
That was really my in a way, was like, what do you call this? It's like, what's in a label or a name that's not really my cup of tea? But, I just felt really, what feels true is like the force of creation. The force of creation in life. It's like sometimes two animals meet in the wild and they just meet each other and they just fight. It's like, that happens a lot. But sometimes two animals meet in the wild and they make love and they create life. It's like, what is that force that draws wild things together?
Being in heat, primal instincts, I suppose. If one is male and one is female, probably those things, I would guess. But I'm no biologist. I'm no Bog Brother biologist. Okay.
In the first place. My framework for this in my mind is like, it felt like a creationship. It's like, are we creating something interesting?
Oh God, that's going to be the newest book title. Finding your true best creationship. Building the best relationship and creationship with you. So they're not banging. So the only person banging is Aubrey with Alana, Aubrey probably with Josh, and Aubrey with Vylana. Got it. That's what I'm coming to the conclusion on.
A new experience for me. The things that I prayed for in my celibacy, they didn't look like finding someone who had a husband. But some of the qualities that we found, singing songs on the piano, telling stories about Hawaii, dancing, all this stuff.
Oh, now it's Hawaii. The last hour was Hawaii. Now it's Hawaii. He's leaned into his culture.
Those were all the things I prayed for in my celibacy. And they came through, following the threads of the creative force in life. So I always framed it as like a beautiful creationship following what can be created.
Mm-hmm.
Joy,
so are you banging
music,
or what?
Whatever it was.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
That makes me really happy for you, bro. Like...
Oh God.
Thanks, man.
And this is like...
Here he comes with the fake crying again to elicit sympathy.
This is another thing that I've learned. Like, this is impossible if you don't love the brother who's with your beloved.
For sure.
Like, if you're going to share
Beloved
that person
Bob
that's like, that's your fucking beloved.
Seriously.
Like, your most precious.
Dude, get a grip. They all need grips. That's the only thing they need that they don't have is a grip.
Seriously.
Like, it's got to be somebody who's really, like, that you really love. And like to know that like you got to experience something that was like part of your prayer,
totally.
And it's like, I can love that for you. And that makes it so much richer and so much better. And it's really, I think, the only way that this really works. It's the brotherhood and the sisterhood that you have with Alana. Like, that's the key The key is like how
The key is having a friend outside of your relationship. Whoa! Mind blown. They are discovering the tenets of life right in front of our eyes. Who would have thunk?
close are you with that brother who you're sharing your beloved with? How close are you with that sister that you're sharing your beloved with? Like,
They're all banging. I don't like, well, I don't know. Josh might not be banging Vylana now. It's unclear at this point. But why are you calling people that you might be sexually attracted to your brother and sister? That is gross. I don't care if it's just spiritually. It is gross and weird.
how close can you be? And how much can you celebrate both? And anytime that it's not that, it's just pain.
Yeah.
Huh?
Yeah. And also, you know, and so much respect and reverence and honor to both you and Alana that, like, you guys love and honor our relationship, you know,
Totally.
like so there's like so much
There's so much honor going on, for sure.
respect
Totally.
for the isness of things. Like, there are some things that there's just an isness, you know?
Yeah,
And there,
someone was asking, is that a word? No, it's not a word that I'm aware of in the English language. Isness. This is something that they've created to sound superior to others.
there's been just radical
Monogamy.
respect and honor and love and compassion and all the things you could possibly want. Like, you didn't have to do that, you know, but it's who you were and who you are.
Y'all are great. PSA. They're great people.
Thank you.
I love you both dearly. I'm team Aubrey Marcus, Vylana Marcus, through and through, before this, after this, and all that. And I couldn't be a bigger
He's
supporter
got a ring on his finger. Who's he married to?
of you guys' love, your connection, the truth,
Probably Aubrey. Probably also Aubrey.
and integrity you guys have held with me from the very, very beginning. The courage you guys showed from the very, very beginning. And I couldn't be happier for you guys' journey towards parenthood.
Oh
Because
yeah.
the world,
Okay. This is part of the intro. Let me go back a second. So they're maybe the reason why they are not having sex currently, Joshua and Vylana, is because I think they're going through fertility treatments specifically for Aubrey and Vylana to have a baby together. So maybe they're taking a break so that she can do that with him. I don't know. Maybe that's possibly something. But now he's going to talk about the world needs your baby because the baby that could come from the two of you will be so world saving. It's like Jesus again, but through you guys, the Buffalo Chief, you know? I don't know. It's like the second coming they're going to now equate themselves to.
couldn't be happier for you guys' journey towards parenthood. Because the world needs people like you to pass on the lineage and the work you guys are doing. Like, we need a baby Marcus. I'm saying this from my own heart.
let's go.
The world
Thank you,
needs a
brother.
baby Marcus.
Thank
from
you.
you guys.
Thank you,
think
brother.
about, think about.
Thank
Let's
you.
all just imagine the glorious.
Thank you.
being
And
that will come.
and that's also the key. Another key too is that neither you nor Alana ever tried to degrade or try and create any separation between me and Vi. Like never. Not at one point ever did I feel like you or Alana had ever tried to create a wedge between Vi.
He's so shocked by this because he would try to create a wedge between his partner, his other partner, or whatever. He has that inclination. That's why he's shocked. Like, you've never done that. It's like, yeah, not everyone would do that, but he's shocked by it because he would, I think.
And I. It was always respect and it was always like honor. And I think that's another key thing that people don't, you know, value enough, because there's so many situations where, you know, you have all the stories of the other person who's just trying to wind their way in and, you know, and take the seat. You know, it's like Game of Thrones style open relationship where it's like everybody's vying for the throne. And like, that was not it. It was like always reverence with both y'all, always respect. And
Give it a couple more seasons.
that's so key.
there's an element of that actually made it really easy, from my POV at least, was like,
Is what?
I knew you were married. I loved y'all's love before, we ever had it started connecting.
But he didn't know her, so how did he know his love, their love? He didn't know Vylana until they were already in the open relationship. So, okay. I could tell by how you bawled and hooped that you were in love.
And so there was this, I feel like sometimes when you meet someone out in the world, like if you meet someone this weekend that you're interested in, sometimes it can be hard to get on the same page with that person, like right away. Because it's like, cool, is this like a weekend hookup? Is this like someone I'm going to marry? Is this someone I might start a business with? It's like actually kind of challenging to get on the same page. Like what are we to each other? But you're married and in love with one of my friends. Cool. This is a creationship. We have a lane. And the fact that it created a clarity for it actually made it really...
So are you banging each other or not? Do your genitals touch one another? Please tell me. I need this information to go to sleep tonight. I will not be able to continue a peaceful slumber without knowing what the hell you're talking about. I need the details. Please, God, please tell me. Say something that's not bullshit for 1 second.
Really easy to get on board on the same wavelength together about what it was and have clarity with it.
Nomadic velocities. This is hilarious. So wait, we have Alana Vylana. So we can call Joshua Gylana? Yes, we can. I think that's amazing. Yeah, we got Alana, Vylana, and Gylana. And Aubrey Marcus, the true king.
Which was one of my takeaways.
That's his court.
Honestly, it was really interesting how that panned out.
Yeah.
Well, I want to get into some improv, and I want to talk about the virtues of improv, and I want to let you kind of share some of your genius and
No, please, no.
And we'll kind of come along for the ride here with you, and we'll play some games and stuff. But is there any other last thoughts that you want to share, Vine, before we segue into improv?
Yeah, again, this was like so not expected or anticipated or intended from any kind of conscious place. But, like I have so many things that are just like stamped in my heart in the, the radical and generous blessing of having this experience outside of our, unique intimacy and something that has really fed our life in a way that's been so beautiful. The thing that I really appreciate is just the perspective that I've gained of really being able to see through your eyes.
Great. The humbling I've received. I've truly been humbled like never before.
Because for me, when everything unfolded with Alana, it was like I could really imagine what your experience was like. And I also came into our relationship with a lot of stuff that I've had to work through from my history.
I had to push down deep into my soul that still remains there under the surface, waiting to branch out later in life. Nachema Gluck. Thank you so much. I hope I'm pronouncing your name correctly. Nachama. Hey mama, this is called improv. It's when you take a word and you go into a bog and then you swim and then you sing the gorillas and then you do a dance and you go to college and then you get on the stage. This is called improv and I am a sage. Okay. Thank you so much. Imagine Dr. Phil doing an intervention. I can't do it, Dr. Phil accent. Well, what you're describing is polyamory. No, it's called radical monogamy. It's very different. It's very evolved past. It's an honor of service. Oh, all right. Well, I don't know about that. Let's play the tape. Was that a good Dr. Phil? No. Was that a good Dr. Phil?
No.
Was it an okay Dr. Phil?
No.
Was it a bad Dr. Phil?
Yes.
Why is everyone so mean to me? Should I just quit this stream right now? Yeah. It's called improvisational crying. That's what Aubrey does every podcast. Thank you, Netchama. Okay, wrap it up, Vylana. God. I want before they start the improv session, which I don't know how much of that I can actually take, but I want to read some of the comments to see if some people have similar questions to what we have.
History, and there was a place where I could literally just only imagine what it was like to be in your shoes, and to actually know what it's like to walk in my own shoes with a level of perspective of having a wildly deep and unique love for somebody that is in no way in competition with the way that I love you. It's actually fed me and fueled me, more than I even thought was possible. And I will say I've truly within this context been the happiest that I've ever been.
Yeah, sure.
And not in something that I would have expected for myself. And
we totally believe you, for sure.
And I don't say that to, this is my own unique story. This is my own unique healing. This is my own unique path. Again, we could say this a million times. None of this conversation is prescriptive for people. Take with it what inspires you and reject what doesn't. But, for me to really be able to see through your eyes in a way that I never could before, I'm so grateful for that. And I'm so grateful for, the way that our relationship has continuously unfolded, even to
What's your relationship? Explain it, actually, please, for once.
Now, we were both, we're not the same age anymore because I'm 6 months older than you, but we were born the same year. And there's just, there's so many things. It's just growing up with the same music and the same interests and all the things. It's there's this level of relatability that I just really cherish. And there's ways that, I have felt so fully myself in my integrity, in my power, in my curiosity.
It's not good to talk about yourself this much. It's not. It's unhealthy. It is unhealthy. These people are vehemently against therapy because they think it's for weird people or people who are too self-indulgent, yet they'll sit on a podcast and talk about themselves incessantly for hours and hours and hours and hours and think it's interesting to people in the public. It's such a crazy thing.
My compassion, there's been elements of it that, has required and I think has Kevin. Really brought out the best of me in ways,
Wrap it up.
And I mean, and everything, everything here, it's really brought out the best of me. And I really appreciate, the ways that we have navigated things that have been difficult, with just the level of communication and care and curiosity and openness. It's really been impressive and awesome. And,
such hollow words. I don't care. Saying nothing.
The one thing that I know in my heart, I know how much music will be born from this blessing and already has been. It's already in motion. But it's for me, it's always felt there's so many dimensions to the why, but that one feels like it's the greatest one that I'm going to hold on to with all of my might, no matter where things unfold. But I just appreciate there's this attunement.
Hawkbit Tua. Hawkbit 37. Thank you so much. Hawkbit 37 says, this would be so much better with sad Vylana. Well, your wish is my command. Hawkbit Tua. You ready?
That I feel and how we both are musically. That it doesn't matter the moment, the key, whatever's happening, but there's just this thing that clicks that is so unique and that is so special. And thank you so much for just being yourself. Thank you so much for respecting our relationship and just for, just for being you. It's been a really big blessing that's come so much from, your generosity. Like, you've been the best. Like, we were all in Sedona, and we were going to do, a date night where Aubrey was going to be with Vylana and I was going to be with Josh. And there's like a fifth wheel out in Sedona that I've always wanted to have like a staycation in. So it just felt appropriate. So we decided to go staycation inside of the.
Okay, they were inside of the staycation. Oh my gosh, we're finally getting to something semi-interesting. Thank you, Hopiktua. Okay, we'll see if there's more opportunities to put on the violin music, the Vylana music. Let's just call it that, because I think it does elevate the musical interpretations of this podcast for sure. The musical elements. Okay, so they're on a staycation in Sedona, even though I don't think they live in Sedona. They live in Austin, but okay, they're on a staycation. Of course, Aubrey's going to be with Alana because she's younger, so she gets first date night spot. Vylana's with Josh, apparently. Okay, let's see what unfolds here.
Fifth wheel. And Aubrey literally asks me, do you want to play music when you guys are in the fifth wheel? And I was like, what do you mean? And we have a little like piano there. He was like, yeah, well, you know, whenever you guys spend time together, you're really musical. So do you want to take the piano out there? And I was like, you're trying to like make my time better.
He's trying to control everything, girl. Come on. He's like, well, I'm going to tell you to do that like this way. Why don't you just decide what you want to do? How about that? Maybe? I don't know.
Like, you're trying to make it like the most beautiful that it could be. You could just be like jealous and like, whatever could come up. But it was like, no, how can I make this experience better for both of you? And you literally physically carried this really heavy stand-up piano, like not just like a little ways away, but like a really fucking far path that I don't even know what the distance is. But like the two of you literally carried that to the fifth wheel so that we would have
What is the fifth wheel? I don't know what that is. They say all these things as if we're supposed to know what the hell they're talking about.
Amazing night. Like, that's the way that you love. And it was so special. Like, it was such a special experience. So it's like people can have so many perspectives around what this is, but like the gleaming truth and beauty of what's in my heart is like, this is the happiest that I've ever been, the most grateful that I've ever been. It has required and brought out the absolute best of me, and I am so much better for it in all of the ways.
Yeah, totally.
Like, thank you to both of you. Thank you so much for just everything, It's complex. It's not, it's not just like a seamless, easy, everything just goes perfect kind of thing. Like, there's so much nuance and there's so much complexity.
So much communication.
So much communication that's required. Like, so much attention.
Aubrey Marcus. That got me crisp.
That is required, and I'm so proud of who we all have been through it, and I'm proud to sit here the same as I've ever felt, like with just so much love and appreciation for you, like wanting for you to experience all of your wildest dreams and be with the fucking most incredible partner. Like, I'm like always going to be your champion. It doesn't have anything to do with what I want from you. And I think that definition of the way that you love has also really like generated that for me. It's love without possession. It's love. It's loving with total blessing of the freedom of whatever is true.
I think the improv has started. Early preview of the improv.
Go ahead. I know you want to say something. I saw your little finger go up. Maybe could you just lift a dread for my own side? Thank you. Yeah. That's 3 dreads.
The
so.
Static electricity of my heart.
Maybe the feather.
I just wanted to speak on that moment of carrying the piano out for that night. And it was this moment, and as you're like re-sharing it.
Again, here's the suck Marcus... or Marcus, oh God, what's his name? Aubrey. Emotionally suck his dick. another 5 minutes before the improv session begins. Why does he just get so much? I guess because he's bestowing it onto them, so now they feel obligated to bestow it back. It's like one big circle jerk.
Carrying this piano out so that me and your wife can have a beautiful evening together. And it was a long walk. It was a heavy piano.
Yeah.
And it was comical. But actually really underneath that was this recognition, I think, between you and I, like Team Vylana.
Yeah.
Like Team Vylana. This is for her joy, her excitement. And it's nice to be on Team Vylana with you, bro.
Yeah, bro. To the end.
Thanks, guys.
You know, I think that
Until we break up in 2 years and she gets help, gets out of this mess, then Team Vylana will be her lawyers against his lawyers. Thank you. The true Team Vylana is the future divorce lawyers. Nachima Gluck, thank you so much. Thank you again. I really, really appreciate it. They say, please God, don't ever let me settle. It's really not worth it. If your husband wants a younger lover, you know, hey, it was a good relationship while it lasted. I don't know. Just don't subject yourself to this. And if you do want to subject yourself to this, do it in the comfort of your home. Do not go on the internet and say, this is the way to be, everybody. Here's the proof. Us crying and talking gibberish nonsense for hours. Everyone will now know how happy we are. It's not going to work.
It reminds me of something from the war.
True.
I'm having like emotional come out of my head.
I cried in Ocean.
Holy and broken hallelujah.
There it is. Okay. It's in the sad category if I ever lose it again. Holy and broken hallelujahs is in the sad soundbite category.
Holy and broken hallelujahs.
Okay, one more for you.
I feel more at home in suffering and pain.
Says Aubrey as he wipes tears from his eyes.
people who don't understand this, and in some way, you know, I looked up on Grok what the actual definition of queer was. And queer is something that's...
On what? Grok? Was this a new search engine that I'm unfamiliar with? I looked it up on Grok, what queer was. Okay.
Out of the ordinary, not in the normal heteronormative qualities. It kind of is a catch-all for a variety of different things. And this is a queer type of relationship structure. And I know there's more specific definitions of it, and then there's broader general terms, but I think it fits in this. And so this is strange, and it's triggering.
What letter is it out of the LGBTQA+? I guess the plus. I guess they're claiming the plus sign.
And it's complex, and it's difficult to understand, and it's hard to even put a label on it because it's evolving and it's nuanced. But the one thing that, you know, is really clear to me about it is that this idea that people...
Apparently Grok is a free AI assistant. Grok, what is a word I can use to protect me from being criticized on the internet? Well, you can try queer. Okay. I'll take that for a spin.
Will have that your love is a finite thing. It's like a pie. And if you give love to somebody else, then there's a piece of the pie that's missing. And I just fundamentally disagree with that premise. I think that love comes from the infinite capital L love. It comes from
Again, give it a couple of years and we'll come back to this conversation about what you fundamentally believe in, because I don't think this is a long-term partnership that works long-term.
Force love. No person asks a mother when they have their second child, how does it feel to love your first child half as much now that you have a second one? Mom would be like, the fuck are you talking about? I love my first child as infinitely as I loved them before.
Well, unless they're a narcissist and then they do pick favorites specifically to fill their dynamic, but okay.
And now I have another child that I love infinitely as well. So we understand this in this kind of storge, in this agape, in this other, but this love can actually be the same. Like love is part of the infinite source love.
Love is love. I'm not queer though, but kind of. But I don't know. You guys in the comments, let me know.
And it doesn't have to diminish. Sure, time is a function that has a finite, there's a finite amount of time. But even within the time itself, when, like, how much time do people spend? Like, how much time do you spend with your partner where you're just like radically, totally present? And like in
24 hours a day, baby. I'm staring at my partner right now. It's called camera. It's the only thing I need to love me.
that kairos, not chronos time, but kairos, timeless time. Like even time itself can expand.
Oh, God.
You know, and so by stepping into this love, like there can
Chronos time is for millionaires that don't work. That's their own time schedule. And then when they have it, they fill it with nonsense because they're bored.
be more love to come. And this was one of the philosophical tenets of like why I believe in this, not only in the specifics, which I believe in, but also in the philosophical underpinnings. It's what drove me to this pathway in the first place, was this understanding that love is infinite and boundless, and that actually there's a capacity to be able to share and create more love. And you know, so, and that's all I felt in the process. Doesn't mean there haven't been moments of contraction and moments of difficulty, you know, and
But also it really helps you to, it really helps you to be able to meet jealousy in a very conscious way.
for sure. You gotta look that bitch's jealousy right in the eye, and you gotta say, do your worst. You know, like, here I am.
No, and one of the things our teacher would say is like, jealousy never admits of itself. It always hides in other motives. So it's like, why did you ask me like that? Why did you do it in this timing? Why did you know, it's like it buries itself in the shadows of.
I think somehow, I don't understand the whole piano story. They're trying to make it seem like some sort of like, you know, sacrificial thing that he did. I'm assuming it's some sort of coercive control that he's exerting that we just don't understand. But I feel like even that is probably nefarious in some way, if that makes sense. Like, I don't know how exactly, but I feel like he is jealous, and the jealousy is coming out and bringing that piano down the street. I don't know why or how, but I just have a feeling that that's his way of acting out somehow.
Not wanting to reveal that there's actually just jealousy there. And one thing that's been really helpful for our relationship is just in that moment where it's like, oh, I'm feeling jealous right now.
Yeah, when you name it, when you name the jealousy, like all of a sudden, all of its magic and power just fizzles.
Yeah.
You've called it by the name.
When you're self-aware, it's easier to change. Whoa, they've really tapped into the divine here.
And then at that point, the only response from your partner is compassion.
Total
compassion. Because we've all
compassion.
felt jealousy.
Instead of just creating more separation and chaos. Like, and it, you know, it's a beautiful thing to meet in just such a conscious way that you get to refine so many aspects of your own nature through the acknowledgement. And, you know, I will say for myself.
Yeah, this is predictive text speak. We're at that part of the podcast where now we're just mixing words together that do not make any sort of cohesive sense. Syntax wise, it sounds okay as they're saying it, but if you actually were to like, what are you saying? There is no actual deeper meaning going on. It's just words strung together and an ending sound.
Like, I've had so much jealousy, like so much jealousy. And so many people want to say too, like trying to compare Alana and I to each other. She's younger. She's beautiful. She's a model. I'm like, yeah, she's all of those things. Trust me, I've had to go through my own paths of like, I'm 38 and I'm just going to keep getting older. And there, it's like, it's so easy to just spin out into all of those ideas, but to not, like, this has forced me to really recognize, like.
And when Alana turns 38, magically he's going to get a download from Source that says you need another 28-year-old to be in this dynamic. And then, 28's a little old. I need an 18-year-old fresh out of high school. You don't see the pattern that's going to occur here? He goes for younger. Every time. His ex-girlfriend, Caitlin, right? I think that was her name. She was his age. Vylana's younger than Aubrey. Alana's younger than her. The next girl's going to be younger too. Just so we're all on the same page.
I am irreducible.
You're fucking Vylana.
I am irreplaceable.
You are Vylana.
I'm literally fucking me. And there's
he has already replaced her, actually. Well, not replaced, but added to the mix, which I think is, as much as he says it doesn't, diminishes her uniqueness and specialness in his life.
There's no competition. There is no comparison.
No.
And the same thing for Alana. Like, she's Alana. Like, there are things about her that, she calls forward a greater part of me because she's so special. But it's like the comparison game, I think, is where for a lot of people,
I don't buy that at all. That like, they're so comfortable and they're so evolved past this. Sure.
This whole thing, obviously, from the aftermath of our first podcast, is just like things get so like shook up. But for me, I actually feel like, wow, like I've never known myself more deeply. I feel
like when she's lying to herself, she does this. Whenever she starts a lie to herself, she goes, I am so happy. I am really happy with this dynamic and I've never felt better about myself. Trust me, guys. It's a telltale sign for some reason. This is her giveaway. Her poker face is like breaking because she's being fake. She's covering herself because she's lying. So she's trying to hide herself, maybe, I don't know, subconsciously.
Never felt more powerful, more me, more clear about exactly who the fuck I am and how that is completely irreducible and irreplaceable. Like, thank you. Thank you. Thank you.
Yeah, definitely. Until he does decide that it's over. Because it is all in his control. He controls it. If he decides tomorrow he doesn't want to be with you anymore, oops. Oopsies. So this false sense of comfort is not real, unfortunately.
And to have the mirrors, of two different unique perspectives of the way that you see me, the way that you love me, what I inspire in you, and just like the uniqueness of that eros. And the same thing here. It's like, fuck. It's so beautiful. Like, thank you.
Yeah.
I'm so convinced by your monologue here that you're really adjusted well.
Thank you.
It's we have slightly different, mindsets, and one of the things that I think was surprising to you is I like my mind gets so crazy when I imagine what's
my mind gets so crazy. Oh my god. Shoot me in the face. I can't take it anymore. I can't take it.
Happening. In my imagination, if I don't ask Vi, when you guys go hang out, you start immediately having sex, and then you have sex the whole night, the whole time. Like, even while you're singing, there's some point of penetration that's happening. That's just like 9 hours.
That's his fantasy. What you mean to say is this is your fantasy that you wish you were in the room to watch, but you are watching on security camera, nanny cam, secretly. He talks about it he's never as excited when he speaks as when he's talking about his wife having sex with another man, whether theoretical or actual. He gets so animated. He's like, I imagine it. It's so horrible. And it's hard for me. And I'm giving you a blessing despite me being really hard. It's hard for me. I'm like, you are hard for it, for sure. Definitely. Thank you.
Hours of straight.
Oh, thank you. India. Thank you so much. Okay, it's coming up on my chat. Let me read it for a second. India says, joining late, so I'll have to go back and watch the whole stream. It's hard to believe people like this are really just walking around among us. Yes, well, if you go to a few yoga classes, you'll see these people. They'll be, holding the doTERRA essential oils and selling it outside of the yoga studio. And then you'll go, I now see this in the wild.
And I was miserable staring out at my pool.
Okay, let's get some parasites up in here, India. How about that?
I just know that worms are going to come out of me.
This is for you.
I just sneezed and I checked to see if a worm flew out of me. No one wants to see worms come out of them.
Get the parasites when they're partying.
Parasites are real, but for people in the US, 99% of them are full of shit. Get it? Not parasites, just full of shit.
Back to the swallowing.
Okay, back to the swallowing. Let's do it.
Penetration.
Wow.
The whole time.
Thank
Like
you,
that's
India.
what my mind thinks. So for me, I have to be like, hey, and not to also invade the privacy of your ass, because there's a private component of that. But I want to know. I want to know. And one thing I've learned,
He definitely wants to know and wants to watch.
It's not what your small self, your jealous self hopes, but it's way better than what you fear. You know what I mean? Like, it's not what your small self hopes, which is like, actually, we decided not to have sex that night. Your small jealous self hopes that. It's not that. Of course they had sex. And it's not that, yeah.
So are they having, okay, I guess they are having sex. Okay, good to know. Thank you for telling me. I stopped caring though 10 minutes ago.
It was like 9 hours of penetration. I had like
God.
45
Full
orgasms.
marathon.
And it's not that either.
You're so the opposite of me. I'm just like, I don't need to know. I'm just going to do some rituals with my time and like do some self-care, take a bath, do a mask, maybe do some extraction. I'm just like so the opposite of you. God bless you.
It's because of this crazy, I have a crazy mind. And I just, because of what I'm like, what that jealous small self
He's never being the cuck allegations, unfortunately.
was afraid of, like the truth actually is, and I could just take a deep breath and then I can get back into the celebration much faster.
Good job. You've done brilliantly, beautifully. You've been so much more mature than me.
You got lots of practice.
Years. You got lots of years on your
reps.
belt. I mean, there's also the element too of like, for both of us, we've never experienced something like this before. Either of us. It's like,
right.
And there's no model that's like, this is how you do it. We're just like, we're literally improving as we go. We have no fucking clue what we're doing, and we're trying to like.
What do they think other people do all day? That everyone else is a scripted NPC, like programmed from AI? Like, we don't even know what we're doing. It's like, no one does. It's not called improv. It's just called living life. What the hell are you talking about?
Make it as great and brilliant and like least dramatic as it possibly could be, but we're just improving the whole fucking thing.
That was my entire approach. Is like, I just all of a sudden found myself in a really fun improv scene with a couple really great scene partners.
Yeah.
And what I've learned through training in improv is like, when you find a good pocket, like hang in that pocket, because the next scene is never guaranteed.
Does he have a house? I feel like he's living there or something. Like he's in between houses right now or something. And he's like getting a place to stay or something. There's something odd about him. He's like, I'm in a place. I was going through something. I'm like, what? What is it? Something's off with this dude. Crystal G. Thank you so much, Crystal G. Crystal G chose a lemon character. Looks like he's doing the Macarena. Ooh. The Macarena, you say? For that I say,
How we gonna do it if you really don't want to dance? By standing on the wall. Get your backs up off the wall. Yeah.
And also?
As you laugh while you're getting ready for bed, instead of praying to God, you're praying, I'm dead.
That's an oldie. What about this one?
Uh-oh. Amen. Yippee. Oh my.
Another one?
I took a pill in Ibiza. No, I didn't take any pills.
Yeah, pro couch surfer. Yeah, that's the vibe I'm getting. There's something off about him. He's like, I'm like, when I got involved in this, like I needed a place to stay.
You're face to face with me and I to you.
Thank you, Crystal G.
Scene partner is never guaranteed. And it just felt so rich, and it was such a good scene. Just like, don't think too much about ahead of it, where it's supposed to be, just like be in it. In improv, we say, don't be the writer above the scene, be the character in the scene. And that was my approach.
So deep. It's like life. I'm coming right now.
Whole time.
Yeah.
Codes.
Well, let's take a little bathroom break and let's get into improv.
You're going to shy a loot?
If you keep thumping, the worm will come.
I think he's talking about
stop the thumper. It's going to happen.
All right.
So
what is happening?
We'll take a little break, and then I'd love for you to share like a little of the philosophy of improv, and then let's fucking do some.
Great. Sounds like fun to me.
We're so much fun.
All right, my brother.
Oh, there's just a break. Okay, let's just take a moment ourselves to read some of these comments. Okay, here's what they say, because he'll probably turn these off at some point, so it's a good time to look at them. Here, I'll go even closer. I'll go even closer. There is more singing to come in the later in this podcast, both by me and by Vylana. People who are truly happy don't need to convince others that they are. It looks like they upped Vylana's MK Ultra sessions in between the first podcast and this one to make sure she said all the right things this time. Yeah, she's got a different vibe where she's like being more, not crying so much and keeping it together and thanking Aubrey for all his wisdom. The whole story arc is going to end with Aubrey and Josh getting married. Change the emotional background music to circus and clown music and this will be perfect. Joshua needs his own podcast. His voice is so soothing. Okay. Anyone here not watching the video and just reading the comments? I really wonder if Vylana gets pregnant from Josh, would that also receive a blessing from Aubrey and the universe? Just like Alana getting pregnant from Aubrey? Probably not. No matter what they say or how they feel about their relationship dynamics, I still feel like something is really off here. Yeah, me too. This is embarrassing. This is so embarrassing and funny at the same time. When your highest value in life is orgasm. Also, can we talk about how crazy it is that Aubrey immediately tells Vylana, go ahead, he's a great guy, based on how he plays basketball? He knows absolutely nothing about nothing about Josh is with women, how Josh is with women. Even if you buy into this whole idea of radical monogamy, shouldn't he be more protective of her? No, because if she goes ahead and has her own fling, it legitimizes his own bullshit. True. Growing up, what helped me as a man was seeing my mother's loyalty and love to my father through good or bad. It cemented in my mind that love and friendship with loyalty was not only possible, but absolutely the essential parts of raising strong young men and beautiful, self-respecting women. People can live however they choose, but you will never convince me that this type of relationship that builds strong tribes with trust when I ... Okay, that's too long. Wrap it up, sir. The only thing different about this type of relationship is that you and your partner get to have sex with more than just each other. That's it. That's the spiritual breakthrough. More sex. It's just sex. Everything else these people poetically proclaim about that isn't to do with sex could just be achieved through friendship with other people outside of your relationship. Yeah. Okay, I agree. Y'all, Spirit told me. I love these comments. It's funny. 100% negative. I love it. Y'all, Spirit told me to stop wasting my precious time watching this soap opera. There are too many good novels to read, mouths to feed, acts of kindness to share. This drama was pure entertainment at first, but now it's turned voyeuristically boring. Moving on. Can't say I feel the same. I have a little bit more interest left. I hope Vylana rides off into the sunset with Joshua. They have babies and live happily ever after. Girl, it is not because he loves you so much. It's because he's trying to deflect from trying to have babies with a younger version of you. That is true. Honestly, there's some other pictures. Like during the podcast, I feel like Vylana and Alana looked very different, but then I saw them together. And actually, Caitlin looked exactly like Vylana when she was younger. Like I was shocked that that's what she looked like. Because she looks a little different now. She got like blonde hair. And I was like, oh, it's a different kind of style. No, when they were dating, her and Aubrey back in the way day, it was like Vylana's twin. The only one that's looked different is Whitney. She was like the one standout looking different. Everyone else looks exact. He's got a type for sure. Coercing your wife into adultery because you're a cheater is crazy work. Literally the worst way to resolve your hypocrisy is to corrupt others so that you're all sinning together and no one needs to face accountability for their own actions. Yeah, amen. Adding more and more people to your sexual relationship is not the secret to happiness. I can tell you that much. The level of coping in this relationship is off the charts. I'm sorry, but this is radical bullshit. From Vi being a queen wife in monogamy to now being reduced to another subject to pass off to a friend while Aubrey moves on with someone younger because he has issues with real commitment. This is gross and sad. This is not a sacred union. Maybe a friendship with sexual options. You are convincing no one of this idea of monogamy. That's the annoying part. Trying to seem so spiritual. Yeah, that's what I think too. Like do whatever you want, but like don't say, oh, this is evolved behavior because it is not. Josh was so smart to do this. Josh was so not smart to do this or go public with it. Spiritually, it's tough to get this mess off you once the dopamine hits are gone for all of them. This isn't love. This isn't radical monogamy. It's highly controlled by one man, polyamory. Yeah, I agree. So she sees it. You know, it's controlled by one man. Aubrey is a control freak with a massive codependency problem. Josh, run. Vylana, run also. There just feels like such a lack of integrity and a lot of convincing. Ironic that Aubrey just happens to know this guy and they are fanboys of each other. Yeah. And it's also weird that his ex-girlfriend, Caitlin again, I'm hoping I'm remembering her name correctly, is engaged to another one of Aubrey's disciples. He only allows his women, whether past or present or future, to be with other men that he approves of. Very interesting. Okay, Laura Murray says, and then it puts the time code. Joshua and Vylana aren't being physically intimate. This just keeps getting more and more ridiculous. Aubrey basically introduced Joshua to the mix without Vylana's permission to keep Vylana happily distracted while he went off with Alana. Put another way, Vylana is allowed to have male friends now. Shouldn't that have been the case anyways? It's just ridiculous, this whole thing. Or should I say radically ridiculous? Okay, then they do another timestamp. Joshua clearly honors and respects the sanctity of their marriage more than Aubrey does. Yeah, good point. Not vibing with this frequency, Mr. Marcus. Feels icky. Honoring my wife, my life partner, the mother of my children does not include her being with another man or me being with another woman. No bueno, amigo. Okay, I'll read a couple more. Aubrey's reinvention reeks of performance, not presence. Legacy chasing to outrun irrelevance. Vylana plays at divinity while still anchored to male validation. I do agree. She went back and forth. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. It was pretty hard to watch, to be honest. Like, that's male validation seeking in physical form. Like, it could not be more clear than... Thank you for letting me. Thank you for letting me. It's like, oh my God, get some independence. Vylana plays a divinity while still anchored to male validation, a goddess orbiting approval. Wow, that's actually pretty profoundly written. Shayla, good job. Very poetic of you in this comment. Their open love feels curated, not surrendered. Embodiment, this force is just insecurity in costume. Hell yeah. Like, I agree. That was well said. Josh, you are too much for these clowns. Your creativity and knowledge was shining, and then Aubrey passive-aggressively shuts you down. Uh-oh. I think that's to come. All these rich folks care about is defending their polyamory. They don't have the brain bandwidth that you have. Run and honor your celibacy journey by surrounding yourself with people that are not as selfish as Aubrey. Aubrey actually trying to pass Vi off so she'll be the one to leave, so he appears innocent and the victim, but his ultimate goal is to get rid of her so he can play with and move on with the young one. Yeah, that seems pretty, accurate. Okay. I'm glad that we're not the only people who have seen this. Like this, some of these people at least are probably spiritual people that are commenting at this point. That makes me feel good. Okay, pure delusion. I love Vylana, but this is just pathetic. She's being betrayed, violated, dishonored by her husband, and she's thanking him? Someone below said this is the fawn response to trauma, and that's so true, but so cringe to watch. Even within this podcast, she finds out he texted Josh behind her back. Another hit to her nervous system. If she was self-aware or stronger, she would be mortified and furious. Ha ha ha, the guy playing the piano. I'm only a few minutes in and I can't tell if it's parody. Is this an SNL skit? This just feels ick. Do what you want, but don't add children to this. Yeah, I agree. Okay, last one. Vylana, I'm sorry, but you were love bombed, promised monogamy, then groomed into polyamory just so Aubrey can freely pursue other women. Just rewind it all back. Would you agree to marrying him if he told you that he will be with other women? You lost yourself in this narrative. You lost your true north. He is not hurting you. Wait, he is not hurting. You are. He is the one playing the game, introducing more and more crazy shit into your life and breaking down your boundaries piece by piece until there will be nothing normal left. I am sorry, but it takes zero self-control, zero sacrifice, and zero devotion to sleep with other women while you're married. People who love make sacrifices. This is so sad, and I don't believe for a second that deep inside you, you're okay with any of it. My heart goes out to you. I hope you can see through this BS one day before you lose yourself completely to this insanity. This is classic textbook narcissistic grooming, coercion, and narcissistic abuse. Okay. Holy moly schmoly. Wow. Okay. People are pretty self-aware in these comments, and I appreciate that. They're seeing what I see, which is, not every day on these comment forums. Phew. Okay, so we're almost done. Let's just go through it. I got time tonight. You guys got time? Are you ready to hang out for longer? We got an improv sesh going on. Okay, let's do it. Ready for the improv. There's going to be singing, so buckle up.
Did you shy halute?
I didn't. Nope, didn't need to. We're going into improv now, and I want to give you a moment to just share some of the philosophy. As I mentioned, there's catharsis, there's humor, there's also practice for the game of life, but share it from your perspective. What is this thing all about? And also, I think one of your great messages is that it's accessible.
It's the most accessible, actually, because this whole podcast, believe it or not, has been improvised. That's right. You guys didn't know it.
What?
But you're improvisers. That's right. I was at a dance event yesterday, and everybody there, if you were dancing, there's no script to that.
A dance event.
You were improvising.
Did they not think that we already knew this information? Did they think we're idiots? Did you guys know that when you just make a decision, it's not scripted? I thought God controlled us all. He's writing the script.
Dance, we did an integrational wind
ISIS was writing the scripts.
down, and I said a little prayer up to source and spirit.
Shout out Daybreaker.
Shout out Daybreaker.
Shout out Daybreaker.
And in that prayer, guess what? That was fully improvised.
Vylana, stop it.
And then I went home later that night to reflect on my experience. And I wrote in my journal about it. And what is a writing session, a journaling session, if not just a private improv session with yourself? Yep. So, on the widest eagle-eye perspective of it all.
Pause for applause. Okay, we're following, dude. We're following. We promise you we understand your deep concepts. You don't need to pause for us any longer.
None of us really know what the fuck we're doing here on Earth.
This is his TED Talk that he's soft launching right now. He's been applying for years. He hasn't made it through.
We're all just kind of making it up.
Wow.
Our lives are improvised. And thusly, improv is the art of living.
Call Matthew McConaughey. He's stealing his trademark.
That's how I approach it. So when we're doing improv games, What we're actually doing is repping sort of the key components of engaging with life itself.
Dude. Okay. I have nothing to say.
You're exercising things like cooperation, fearlessness. You never know what you're going to say, right?
No.
Practicing trust in yourself, trust in the people around
I'm going to
you
improvise a pet.
to be able to hold your truths.
Trust in the mystery.
Trust in the mystery.
Y'all need to see Tara.
One thing that occurs to me that I want to just check in with you to see if it resonates is in an ecstatic dance, which we've facilitated many times, I talk about how there's normal patterns that people get in when they dance that kind of do the same thing. They're in like a pattern.
Mm-hmm.
But also psychologically, mentally, we can get in patterns for how we speak and how we respond because we're comfortable in the patterns. But actually, the medicine of ecstatic dance or improv is when you break out of the pattern and you do
100%.
something that's new so that you can create the flexibility of your neural pathways just as you create the flexibility of your somatic pathways when you ecstatic dance.
Exactly. It's a way to sort of liberate a part of your creativity. And
shut up.
You have to follow this sort of
Shut up. You know, when you dance, sometimes people get into a groove. We could also call that improv. Okay, is this for kindergartners? What are we doing here? Is this for kiddies to learn English? It's working. Nachima Gluck, thank you so much. Nachima Gluck says, are they just using the word improvise for free will? I'm so confused. I think they're using it as like, the goddesses aren't telling us everything. Did you know that? Did you know that Isis isn't giving me everything that I should say? Only some very important things, like impregnating multiple women. Only when I'm in the pyramids. The holy of holies.
My boyfriend.
That's what Isis says about Aubrey. That's her boyfriend.
I'd fill that load.
I had a thriving wild stallion of Eros.
Holy and broken hallelujahs. There's nothing more whole than a broken heart.
That's for you, Nachima Gluck. Thank you so much. Okay. Back to him explaining basic principles of life to us as if we're idiots.
senses you get about within a scene, right? You really have to tune into your senses. Actually, in improv, we don't say listening.
What are the senses? Did you know that there's smell, touch, sight, something else I've forgotten since I was on watching Sesame Street, but that he's going to explain it to us now, I guarantee you. Did you know that we have multiple senses? And if you were watching a movie, then sometimes someone has the sixth sense, and that means that they can see things that are not there in the real paranormal world.
Really. We say sensing. Because sometimes somebody gives you a line, just like in life, just like in a relationship. I'm like, oh, I'm fine. And if you're listening to I'm fine, you think they're fine. But if you're sensing what that's about, you're like, what's going on?
He'd be really hot if he didn't have dreads. He'd be very attractive, like soap opera man attractive. Thank you. The dreads are killing him and his vibe. He could be in a soap opera tomorrow. He could be on one of those Chinese vertical romance dramas tomorrow and ditch this life behind. Some guy 000001, thank you so much. Some guy says, who is listening to this bullshit unironically? I don't know. Apparently nobody, because all the comments were in agreement with us. So they've lost the plot completely and think that they've somehow tricked us all into watching them.
This beautiful Latina woman.
Peed my pants.
Like, I'm not drinking the Rachel Hollis Kool-Aid.
I just needed a moment of Rachel for a second. I also needed a moment of
I can conquer the world.
Heidi.
I have a new epiphany. I have a new revelation every single time.
There's Colleen. I haven't played that one in a while. There's Colleen. There's Vylana. Vylana. That was the best. That was the best joke of this whole stream. Okay, back to it. Thank you so much. To some guy 00000001.
Is it because I was late? You know what I mean?
Is it because I just farted?
Exactly.
Wait, what? She farted?
You know what I mean?
Is it because I just farted?
Exactly. Yeah, so we say sensing. And improv is, again, everything, but so good for the foundations of partnership and communication.
What, Vylana?
Listening and responding. You're really listening to them. Like, improv gives you an opportunity to put a spotlight on those little subtle energetic exchanges that we go through all day, every day, and really like workshop it.
One of my favorite things about when, and we wouldn't call this improv, but you get around a good circle of people.
I think he actually does sell improv retreats. Now that I'm thinking about it, I've been to this dude's website. Hold on, let me pull it up. I swear to God, he already does that, which is so funny. Ooh, there's a bug, and we're both... Uh-oh. There's a bug on the camera. Okay. What's his name? Joshua something something. Okay, I'll keep playing it in the meantime.
Sensing. So, like, the most annoying thing is a cocktail party where someone is just on a fucking soliloquy
She's okay.
about whatever their thing is or their business pitch is, and they're not sensing you. They're not, and you're just like, how do I get away from this monologue? But then you're with people who are able to have this skill, even if they've never done improv, and they're sensing and they're waiting for that moment to add that comment that just like adds more and more. And those are the best conversations, whether it's philosophical or comical or whatever it is, or just familial and just friendly, just talking shit, whatever. It's like, it's that ability to kind of sense and really want everybody to shine and like set people up to shine. You know, like you see something where someone's being a little bit funny, but you see they got that little humor in them, and then you just feed them a little bit more, and then they get more into that and more into the character. So
look at his cringe ass website. I'm sorry to say. Here's his website. Okay. Grow through play. Grow through play. Face it, none of us really know what we're doing. This is literally like verbatim what he just said. So he's like reading his website. Actually, ironically, what he was just doing was not improv. It was actually scripted from his website that he was reading. No wonder he's trying to explain, because he's not doing it. The art of life. Liberate your soul. Training. Grow through play. Grow through play guided improv jam. In 2 days from now. There's only 41 spots available, guys. You got to jump on this. It's $50, and it's from the guy from Kill Tony. And then also there's small group improv training in August through September for $1,000. What a steal. You can learn how to improv for $1,000. Good to know. So you were right on the money. Yep, here. I'm not even kidding you. 1,000 buckaroos for a month of standing in a circle. For like every city, not every city, but a lot of cities have improv classes for less than $1,000. Just so we all know. Okay. All right, so now we understand the grift even better. Good job. Very intuitive of chat.
you're not the one making everybody laugh, but you're helping like them make everybody laugh. Like that's the good shit.
And bro, isn't that just like basketball?
Yeah, man.
You're point guard?
Yeah.
I don't have to score every point. You go score a couple buckets. It's going to make the whole scene richer, right? But you know when it's your time to score, you go score. Oh, this is my moment to score right now.
Yeah.
Right?
If they don't stop with the goddamn basketball references, I'm telling you, these people would get beat by like 14-year-olds that actually play on a travel league. I'm not buying that they're gifted in any way at basketball. To bring it up 1,000 times. Welcome, Kaylee. It's screaming like I would have been pro, but I hurt my ankle in middle school. That's the vibe these dudes give me.
It's so interconnected, all of it, right?
Right.
When the ball comes off a backboard on a rebound and someone grabs it and they're running up court, that whole scene is improvised.
Mm-hmm.
You know? And I'm so grateful for you guys for, this is my life art. You know, I did this for 10 years. in Chicago, where I just was last weekend. I studied at the Second City Improv Conservatory and the Improv Olympic. Shout out IO, shout out Second City, shout out Annoyance Theater in Chicago. Chicago is like the
Improv Olympic. Okay.
hub for long form improv. It's the first place in the world that improv became like the show. I can do a little backstory.
Is that true?
It's actually a beautiful story if you guys are interested.
Sure.
No, not actually.
Improv, as we know, it sort of started way, way back, actually. We know about Commedia dell'arte in 1700s, but there's also a great story in the Old Testament about the book of Ezekiel.
Oh, God. Just start the improv. Start it. I will learn more from you doing it than hearing about the history of it. My God.
Destruction of the first temple, King Solomon's temple. The diaspora of the Jewish people got cast out. One of the tribes was Ezekiel. And in Ezekiel, they tell a story of the people not knowing how to talk to God without the house, the temple where they would go meet him. And so they would ask him, how do we find God? And essentially Ezekiel's like, I don't think God is in the temple. I think he's within us. And
I've never heard that before.
He said, I think we can find God here. And like, but we don't know the people, we don't know the prayers. We don't know the stories. We don't know the songs. How can we do it? And he's kind of just like, I think we can do it. Let's make them up. So I'm paraphrasing, but essentially they created this sort of loose, archetypal, improvised temple service that became ultimately a form, a sect of Judaism, a subsect of Judaism called Merkaba, which is also, right, the three-dimensional geometric shape, Merkaba.
What?
But if you flatten it into 2D, it's the Star of David, the Merkaba. So this was a subsect of Judaism for like 900 years, and they believe it was the precursor to Kabbalah. And it's sort of centered around Ezekiel being the guy that created the concept that God isn't in the church, he's within us. Which was sort of, in a way, a
They're
reform.
trying to be so deep, it's hurting my soul. Like, just have some fun. Play some games. Sing your songs about the bog. Why do we have to, like, make everything that's fun and cool into a history lesson of how they're smarter and better than us? I hate it so much.
Of
They take the joy
some of the
out
Jewish
this.
traditions, as far as I can tell.
You are laying out the most tempting rabbit hole for us to spend the next 45 minutes on.
Please
This
don't.
is requiring every bit of self-restraint that I've ever had in my life. It's a beautiful fucking story.
He has no self-restraint. We all know that, right?
We're going to leave all those aside and we're going to stick with the improv. But I love that you shared that story, and there's so many things I could say about it, and I'm not going to take that road because we would.
For humanity's sake, I must do this for our spiritual ascension. I am taking this as a sacrifice. I am giving my all for the better of humanity by listening to this, actually. So that's your answer.
Go down that road, just like we have many times before. So let's fucking bracket that and open that the next time we're hanging out.
Sounds good. Improv landed in Chicago in the 50s. It used to be a improv writing technique where they put characters into scenes, extrapolate what the scenes would look like, and they would write the rest of their plays or theater like that. And this one guy, Del Close, he's in the middle of this thing. He's like, you know what? This improv part is the best part of the whole thing. This is the show. And so he started the IO Theater in Chicago, the first place where improv was the show. And, ultimately, all these people have been drawn to the phenomena, the philosophy of improv. Amy Poehler wrote a book where she called improv basically her religion, And there's obviously this sort of renaissance of live performance, live energy exchange. And I'm so proud to be sort of helping to shepherd this. I'm so proud to find people that recognize the value of this exchange and like the depth of the actual teachings in improv because this world is becoming more increasingly artificial every day. So, and faster every day.
I'm coming right now.
In a world that's artificial, we crave authenticity. We want to feel the realness, the emergentness of it, the mystery of it. Improv is it. You know.
You know, that's it's one thing that artificial intelligence can never actually do.
Totally.
Because it's all programming and predictive programming, and only real consciousness, divine consciousness. And it's possible that AGI could develop some form of consciousness that could actually listen to the mystery and download things, but we are not there yet. So, like, this is a uniquely human capability because it's moving beyond the programming, moving beyond what should be said, what the right thing to be said is, and just listening and sensing, as you said. So improv is one of those things that just AI just can't fucking do. Even if it can mimic it.
Morongo, grok.com.
It can't actually do it. It's not actually doing it.
Doesn't have the fuck in it. Yeah.
I love that. You boys clipped that one. That was excellent. Cool. Okay. Do we want to play a little bit?
Let's play.
Oh,
okay.
yes. Play. Thank
Okay.
God. Thank God the Bog Brothers are ready.
He's getting nervous. I don't know what this thing is. It's going on the ground.
Just improv it.
I'm improv.
Props.
Yeah.
It's props now.
Should I use it as a prop?
Why not?
Yeah, I will use mine too.
You know, this actually brings me to one of my traumatic moments. You want to do a little therapy for me?
Yeah.
So.
No, we don't, Aubrey. No, we don't actually. We don't want to do therapy. You don't want to do therapy. We don't want to do therapy for you. But go on, please tell us.
Opening night of my Commedia dell'arte.
Okay.
I have a costume malfunction and my sword falls off my belt.
Oh my God.
And it brought me, like, I never thought through, and I'm not that trained in improv, right? And I never thought through, like.
Wow. He's not even that trained, you guys. He's not even that trained. He just did it out of pure natural instinct. He's so manly.
Okay, now is an opportunity. The fourth wall's already broken. It's an opportunity to, like, say something funny about the improv workshop. Someone tried to take my belt off already. You see, this sword is already falling out. But I wasn't able to use that surprise thing in a funny way. And I, like, literally beat myself up about that because I was like, oh man, there's so many things.
That's why his girlfriend in college cheated on him, because he didn't control the scene.
That I could have done, but I wasn't quite trained enough in improv. So I just kind of, like, put the sword down as if it didn't happen, which is, of course, not what you do in improv. And I had some great shows that followed that, and it kind of made the experience rich. But I've always regretted that when my sword belt fell off and the sword clangs to the ground, that I didn't weave that into the scene somehow. You know what I mean? And, like, that's something that's, I'm naturally really hard on myself. Like, I miss a game-winning shot. I'm, like, thinking about.
Oh, not the game-winning shot at the intramural basketball game. Oh no. Hold on. I need to bring back the music.
It's something that's, I'm naturally really hard on myself. Like, I miss a game-winning shot. I'm, like, thinking about it for, like, 3 weeks if I can attest to that. It's like, hey man, are you all right? Like, what's going on, my love? Like,
lost it, pickleball.
I'm just thinking about that, like, fucking, shot I missed three weeks ago. But anyways, that's a story. This is me actually, now healing that moment.
I think I have a nugget on that. Would you say in that moment, looking back, did you feel like you sort of, like, you felt the opportunity, but you kind of maybe froze?
Priceless, juicy nuggets.
I got scared that something was wrong, and I just forgot because the fear hit. And fear is this, like, blinding, like, if you feel fear in improv, Like it's a constrictive force. Improv is all about expansion.
So true.
So what happened is I got afraid.
That's where they're playing.
Oh shit, something went wrong. This is opening night. There's a fucking packed house.
Yeah.
Like, oh shit, we fucked up. And so like that fear hit and I just went temporarily blind.
Dude.
And I finished the scene, but it was like I was blind for that first like 3 seconds.
Oh, okay, I got something. First of all, in improv, you never fuck up.
Right.
It's all usable.
Right. And that's the thing.
Absolutely.
That's the thing.
It's all usable. It's never a fuck up. A good scene partner can make any fuck up turn into the highlight.
Yeah. And that's the lesson. That's the lesson that I didn't just have that. Like that would have been, we had a great director.
Looks like he's drinking a Miller Lite.
But if he would have sat down and said like, hey man, if anything happens, like your fucking sword belt falls, like whatever, or your pants fall off.
Oh, so it was the director that screwed him up. It wasn't Aubrey's fault. Okay, blame the director of the improv scene.
You just weave it into the scene, bro. Like for him, that's obvious because he's a famous Italian commedia dell'arte director. But for me, I just auditioned for the part. I had a crazy good audition and I got the part, which, was like kind of crazy.
So crazy.
But
he's so good at improv, and I can tell because he's talked about it for 2 hours.
But like I didn't get that part of it. I get that I could say whatever I said within the bounds of the scene, but if something happens, or even something in the crowd, if some crazy shit happened in the crowd, like I just never worked through that scenario. So
again, if you took yourself 50% less serious, all his problems would go away. They would disappear into thin air. He would have nothing to talk about, and that would be a good thing for all of us.
Instead, the scenario was fear.
Right.
Look, it's a pickle.
Exactly. There you go.
Keep going.
This pickle. It's got the right snap, like a good Clausen, I can tell.
Oh, my goodness. Lunchtime it is.
Yes.
Wow, that's the improv we've been waiting for, guys. We did it. We made it.
It's a pickle!
Let's watch the scene again. I need to watch this again for full context. This is what I've been promised is life-changing and ancient wisdom and Jewishly motivated for some reason. Let's start the scene over.
That scenario. So instead, the scenario was fear.
Right.
Look, it's a pickle.
Exactly. There you go.
Keep going.
He did the one thing that you're not supposed to do in improv, which is not say, to say, oh yeah, an end. You're supposed to always give something to the scene. An end, yes, and I think is the rules, continue the scene. Take it and grow it. He's doing the one thing, stopping it in its tracks. So he's learned a lot. Okay, sorry. It's a pickle. Start again.
I just never worked through that scenario. So instead, the scenario was fear.
Right.
Look, it's a pickle.
Exactly. There you go.
Keep going.
This pickle. It's got the right snap, like a good Clausen, I can tell.
Oh, my goodness. Lunchtime it is.
Yes.
Give me back my pickle.
Okay, I got one last thing for that.
They can't be serious, right? They cannot be serious at this point. This has to be now a big joke they're all in on, right? The silence was deafening.
And that's about basically something happened outside of the parameters of the game you were playing with in the play. And yeah, you said you contracted a little bit. Yeah. So this happens in improv. Even if you're good at it, something will happen and you'll sort of have a contraction moment. You'll freeze a little bit. A little bit of paralysis, right? Mm-hmm. Just like in life. This happens in life too.
Yep.
Yeah.
So in improv, they say that when that happens, most of the time, it's because you're unclear with yourself about who you are to yourself and what you're about. Because when you're clear about who you are in the scene, it doesn't matter what happens in the scene. You know who you are to it. So just like in life, something happens in life where you It's because you're actually unclear with yourself about what you're about. Because when you know what you're about, it's a totem. You have a response, a way to respond to everything.
That's a good medicine to this particular moment.
Yes, indeed. And also, shout out to the many philosophical conversations that I previously referenced. Obviously, you can see how me and Josh would fucking vibe. Keep it going.
Yeah, man. So
I actually don't get that impression based on the vibe right now. It seems very uncomfortable for us watching and you sitting there. It's not coming off friendly. It's coming off very professionally weird.
the exercise, right? What's the antidote to that? What's the exercise for that? In real life, if you find yourself in that situation in real life, the exercise, take a pen and a piece of paper and witness yourself literally writing down my values. These are my principles.
I'm improvising.
These are the things that I stand for in life, right? Witness that for yourself. Then you know who you are and what you're about.
Infidelity.
Then it doesn't matter
polyamory,
what life offers you, you know how to respond to it. Improv is often called...
But do you have a Venmo for this therapy, bro? Like, shit, man. Like,
I could go on a soliloquy from this. I have so many things to say.
Improv is often called the art of staying.
The only improv we've gotten so far, and this podcast is almost over, and we were promised full improv session that this is their favorite thing to do, so much so that she spent her birthday doing improv. It's a pickle. Oh, it's a Clausen, and it snaps. Weak.
Being grounded in ever-changing circumstances. It's by knowing who you are and what you're about. Sorry. Right? So there is a community I've started called Grow Through Play.
So fun.
Which takes my 10 plus years of improv training and sort of just my life.
Okay, here comes the hard sales pitch.
I've experienced as a spiritual human. And this is the place I teach it from. And we play games and exercises, but with the framing that this is, you know, a life philosophy. This is, you know, the human experience we're talking about here.
She's so good at improv.
And yeah, I'm so happy to do it. I'm so happy to have our good...
She actually was like, earnestly, it seemed like, trying to be fun and like, I like this thing. Like we said we're going to do improv. Here's improv. And he could not even meet her with that.
Friend and my co-host.
After he just told a story about how he was a really good improver in college, which is kind of a weird thing to flex.
Brent Pella with us.
Fuck yeah.
He's so fucking funny, hilarious comedian.
So hilarious.
And yeah, and honestly, I have to thank you guys. It's official. I have to thank you guys.
Not again. The thank
you
yous.
have really brought this thing that was a part of my past back into my life and stepping into it in a whole new way. I really have to thank you, Vi, for calling me in and like wanting to do improv at your birthday party. Let's fun.
Let's fun.
And Obs, your auspicious background with Commedia dell'arte and your just random desires to play improv games with us. It's so fun.
Mm-hmm. So fun.
It's so fun. And
it's
cathartic.
so fun and cathartic that they refuse to do it. They will talk about how great it is. They love philosophy, yet they have no philosophies about anything. They have nothing to share other than that they love talking about philosophy. What philosophy? We don't know. We don't know. We don't get to know that information. But it's really, really deep, and you got to just trust them that they're really deep about it. And they love improv so much, but they're not going to do it because you just got to trust. We just have faith in them that they love it and that they do it privately really, really well. And they're very gifted and talented.
No doubt.
Mm-hmm.
No doubt. Let's play some games, bro.
Okay.
Okay.
Finally.
Okay. So I know
God. Okay. We're almost at the end.
I just talked for a while. So let's get everyone together in a little group mind participation. This is the classic improv game. I've done it for 10 years.
Ugh.
And it never gets old to me. It's like the most amplified starty we can do. Okay. It's called 5 Things. Anyone, if you played 5 Things before, keep playing it. It's the best.
Okay.
So I'm going to ask you to give me 5 things. They could be anything in the world. They don't have to make sense together.
My penis, young women, cheating, infidelity, horny. Well, that's a verb, or an adjective.
Don't have to rhyme. You just say the first 5 things that come to your head. Yep. And me and Vi are going to go.
I hate my wife a lot.
Yes. And then you're going to say another thing, and me and Vi are going to go, yes. And you keep going till you get through 5 things, okay? And then we're all going to pass it down. It's a quick warm-up game. So here's how we're going to start. We're actually going to start with Vylana.
So 5 words, improv. Okay, great. We're starting off real young, real early development here. Me? A pickle.
Yeah.
Okay.
And I need you to give us 5 things on flowers.
Piano.
Flowers smell so delightful in the spring.
Yes.
Flowers can be used to make a little crown on your head.
Yes.
Flowers feed the bees.
Why is she all of a sudden 4 years old? These are the questions that keep me up at night. Why does she sound like a 4-year-old child? Why does she have a little girl voice? Why does she act this way when she's doing improv? Maybe she all her improv has been child performance. Maybe she's trying to connect with her inner child. Pickle! It's a pickle! Okay, going back. He never said you have to sound like a 4-year-old. I'm sorry.
5 things on flowers.
Flowers smell so delightful in the spring.
Yes.
Flowers can be used to make a little crown on your head.
Yes.
Flowers feed the bees pollen.
Yes.
Flowers are like what I like to put in my bathtub.
Yes.
My cats love to eat flowers.
Yes.
It's true.
Yes.
Okay, now pass it to one of us.
5 things you know about pickles.
Pickles are like the best part of a cucumber condensed into something smaller.
Yes.
Pickles are like what jelly is to peanut butter, but they are to ham.
Yes.
What? This is getting worse, my love. This is getting worse and worse. I can't handle it. This is worse than I ever expected. Pickles are like peanut butter when they eat ham. I missed that one. This guy had a great audition. And he was a comedic dell'arte fellow. Okay. This is a good part of this podcast. This is actually the best part of this podcast so far.
Is to peanut butter, but they are to ham.
Yes.
Pickle.
Now, come on. Joshua. That didn't even make sense.
Part of a cucumber condensed into something smaller.
Yes.
Pickles are like what jelly is to peanut butter, but they are to ham.
Yes.
Pickles are vinegary.
Yes.
Pickles are sometimes really snappy and sometimes really soggy.
Yes.
Pickles.
Oh, he's leaning into his his true personality a little bit here. But you know what? If he is secretly gay, just freaking be that. Why do you have to hide it and wrap it up in all this stuff? It's just I don't know. Just be yourself, man. It's okay now. Okay, whatever.
Have a similar shape to something that's on your mind.
Yes.
That was a good one.
It's always the 5th one that is the best one.
All right. Joshua?
Yes.
5 things about mushrooms.
They're a fungus.
Yes.
They're among us.
Yes.
They come from poo-poo.
Yes.
Yes.
They are delicious.
Yes.
They are my teachers.
Yes. They come from poo-poo. Oh my God. These people have so much money. These people charge thousands of dollars for things. And I stress in my life. And these people go, poo-poo, make me money, pickles. And they have millions of dollars. And they have they get to fly first class. I'm an idiot.
Yes. Well said.
Yes, indeed. It's always the fifth one.
Yeah.
Beautiful. Okay, we built this inertia of positivity and trust in ourselves. Trust in each other, right? Got the energy, creative juices flowing.
Right.
Let's play a little good news, bad news. Simple as this. I'm going to say something good happened, and then you're going to have to do the opposite perspective. And you got to give the bad news.
Wait, this is way too complicated for them. This is not going to go well. They could barely do pickles and flowers without becoming children. This is above their level, I bet.
And then you're going to have to do the opposite perspective. And you got to give the bad news about whatever I just said. Mm-hmm. But it's going to go to Aubrey. And he's going to tell us the good news about what you just said. Mm-hmm. And so on and so forth as we go.
All right.
Why don't you give me a suggestion? Any word.
Salami.
Outstanding suggestion.
Yeah, she loves phallic things. Pickles, salami.
Good news. There's a half price off on the salami down at the Whole Foods.
The bad news is that you can only buy it in 7-foot bulk.
The good news is that I'm having a house party tonight and everyone fucking loves salami.
The bad news is the power just went out at the house.
The good news is that actually when you chew salami with enough vigor, you'll create a kinetic form of light so the house will light up.
The bad news is that everyone is going to have such bad gas that the smell in the space is going to make everyone pass out.
The good news.
She's going to bring up pickles next. Watch.
News is I've covered the floor in special padding so that when they pass out, they're going to have the best sleep they've ever had.
The bad news is that actually one time I had this dude who was on way too much Molly step in dog poop and then walk through my entire house, smearing it in small little layers so that the whole house had the strongest possible olfactory scent of dog shit ever. And that is potentially, hypothetically possible from this wholesale size salami that we would get.
It comes from poo-poo. Okay, here comes the pickle.
The good news is that that guy's not invited.
I was wrong.
Outstanding.
Yes.
High fives.
That's a true fucking story.
You know, we thought they held hands for a second. That's who he really loves. This is a long plan. You know, now that I'm thinking about it, and now that I heard his improv voice, I think all of this, he was friends with Josh for a long time, has a crush on him, and devised this plan to get close to him and needed multiple women to make it happen. That's my new guess. And there's nothing wrong with wanting to be with Josh as long as he got rid of the dreads. But there's an easier path for you, Aubrey. You didn't have to go through all the trouble. Excuse me. Hello. Excuse me, I can't hear anymore because you ripped my headphones out of my ears, you girly.
Normally just high five whenever you tickle me in the neck.
It's a true fucking story.
What do you do? I can't hear nothing. Oh. Now can I? No? Sorry, hold on. I can't hear anything. These are brand new headphones, little girl. Kids, am I right? Can I hear now? Okay. Okay, now go. Yeah.
And he had sparkly shoes on, and then we'll have to cut this, but Ed Skrein, the like fucking famous warrior poet actor, you know, he's there with us.
Wait, who? Who? I missed it. Hold on, I missed a second because I didn't have headphones.
Yes.
High five.
Look, they're holding hands.
That-
You want to go down? Okay, go on. Okay, bye. I love you. This is his dream. He went for a high five, and he's like, hold hands, maybe? Okay, sorry.
That's a true fucking story.
You know, we normally
It sounds
just high
like my
five
favorite
whenever you
story.
tickle me in
That's
the
a
neck.
true fucking story.
Yeah, we know. That wasn't obvious?
And he had sparkly shoes on, and then we'll have to cut this, but Ed Skrein, the like fucking famous warrior poet actor, you know, he's there with us. Like, it was just the after party, and we're all high, and like, I'm like, what in the actual fuck? It's everywhere, because he was like searching for his girl and couldn't find her. And he's upstairs, downstairs. He walks everywhere, just chewing his face off. And he's wearing these shiny ass shoes, like Burning Man sparkly shoes. And Ed's just like, ain't that just like life, mate? You have those shiny ass shoes on, but you don't realize you're stepping in shit the whole time. I'm like, oh, bro, you're the best.
That's hilarious.
Every story he tells is, I was so high. Again, no one's concerned? Okay.
That was incredible. That felt like a real story as you were telling it. I was like,
Yeah.
oh, this is a real
He can't help it but talk about himself and his experiences at every turn. He can't even play a game for 5 seconds without going, no, I need to now tell a real story, and I'm not playing this game anymore. I have to talk about myself again one more time.
Outstanding.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So that was having so much fun right now. Great
We
job.
did great.
You're doing great.
Always get nervous before these things.
You're so natural, though. You're one of the. Both you guys are actually some of the best players I've ever played with. I've been doing this
thanks,
for a
bro.
long
I mean, if that's true, the bar is so low.
time.
That's very kind.
Supernatural. I mean that.
Supernatural. It's otherworldly, really.
Okay. The good thing about these games is you can play them anywhere, anytime, with your friends, at your house party, at your birthday. And it's a great way to connect with people, too. I often find I feel more connected to people that I play improv with than I do in all kinds of different scenarios.
It does sound fun, but I don't know how I'd ever, unless I was in an improv troupe, get people to do this with me.
It creates an intimacy when you're creating worlds and stories together.
Ed Skrein? Who is this? Ed Skrein?
Which is fun.
Skrein? Is that a real person?
Okay. We can play a one-line story.
One-line story.
One-line story it is. Aubrey, what's the first word that comes to your head?
The first word that comes to my head is Caripe.
Caripe? Is that a word?
Am I supposed to go now?
I think so, because I don't know what that word means.
I don't understand the game that's happening.
You're going to begin a story
Okay.
that is inspired by Aubrey's suggestion.
Okay.
And so one line at a time.
It wasn't even a real word. Was he trying to say creepy in a exciting way? Creepy. Hey, creepy. That's me.
We'll pass the story around and see where it goes.
Okay.
Pickles.
It was a dewy morning that the dawn was rising, and I looked down
Bitch.
at my Caribe.
Sorry. What is it?
It was worn and tattered from years and years of use. And it was so precious to me, the marks and memories that were connected to this Caribe.
I just thought of the many nostril hairs and the boogers that were once on that Caripe, and the different
Now I'm starting to feel bad for them. Now I'm starting to feel like all their childhoods were shit and this is their way of like having fun because their parents didn't take care of them or something. And now I'm feeling guilty for feeling like they're weird. However, that it gets erased as soon as they start to go, I teach $1,000 improv training to heal your trauma. And then I go, actually, I'm pissed off again. Because I do see them as they had some sort of corruption in their childhood that they should be working through in therapy, but they're not. And so now instead of doing that, they're doing drugs and games. And it is sad, really, kind of, honestly. I'm not even joking.
Smells of the breaths that went through when they blew down that one side and the hape came back up the other side.
So he's saying like boogers and like poop and poo-poo and like they're just really leaning into their child, and she's got a child voice. Like I really think that they haven't recovered from something in their childhood. Okay, sorry.
That went through when they blew down that one side and the hape came back up the other side, and just the complexity of the boogers and the bad breaths that had been in that piece. It just gave me this sentimental nostalgia.
And simultaneously, I decided to go get an entire bottle of agua florida and just alcohol the fuck out of my caripe, remembering all of those boogers and breaths.
Okay, one line. The cleansing brought me so much peace.
Peace. Like a piece of stinging nasal pie.
What?
But I loved it.
I whispered softly to myself that this was my favorite moment of my life.
Ah, what is life but one stinging nostril at a time and the glory that comes afterwards?
I could die happy right now. My heart is so full. My nostrils so full. I don't even care about this dawn anymore.
Let there be life, I yelled to no one but myself on my balcony.
And it was in that slightly non-nasal available voice where it was just my pure throat speaking to the mystery alone.
And what I heard back was the of my cat from inside who was concerned for what was going on.
I can't do it. I can't do it. I can't do it anymore. I can't do it anymore. I can't watch this anymore. I can't get these people anymore in my time. Yes, I can. Yes, I can. Yes, we can, you guys. We can do it. We can watch them speak cat. We can do it.
And it was at that point I realized that the cat ate our fucking salami and was having problems.
Great way to tie it up. Are we still going?
No, I think that was pretty good.
I felt like a good ending
That
point.
was a pretty good closer. Wow.
Fuck yeah.
Nicely done. That's what we call a callback.
That's what we call a callback. It's when you get real expert level. Good job. We're fun.
Super fun. So these are all classic ones.
It's a pickle.
There's one last one that we sort of just thought of here in real time. This is an improvised improv game. In the pure
They're
name.
all bad in the same way. Boogers, poop. Okay.
Getting real deep.
Yeah.
Fucking Inception in this bitch. Let's go.
What? This is not deep. I'm sorry.
So this game I had was a game called What the Hook Gonna Be?
What the Hook Gonna
What the
Be?
Hook Gonna Be,
What
which
the
is
Hook
a
Gonna
great song by Murphy Lee, by the way, if you haven't had
Okay, this is the singing portion. Finally, I'm glad.
that throwback song.
They previewed this in the preview.
Murphy
I don't
Lee,
need no
What the Hook
fucking
Gonna
hook on this beat.
Yep. Exactly.
All I need is, I don't know all the words. Go ahead.
Is a track in the background of something.
Don't look at me.
Don't look at me.
All right, so we're going to be, you and I, Josh, we're going to be producers.
Right.
And we're going to be helping Vi with the hook.
That's right.
To a song.
That's right. We need a banging hook.
Oh, I thought they were really producing her songs. Damn, it was just an improv game. Damn.
Look.
All right, so look. So here's what I'm thinking. I'm thinking this is going to be a banger.
Hold on. We got to get some things first. What is this hook for?
It's for a hit song.
It's for a hit song on the radio.
We want a hit.
We want Billboard Top 1.
I could do that.
Shit.
Easily.
Shit.
Obviously, that's why you're here with me. Continue.
Okay. And one suggestion we need. What is the name?
God, again, he would be so attractive without the dreads. He looks like a celebrity. He's not living into his true potential.
Of this hook. What is the name of the song? The title of the song?
Well,
Pickles.
The title of the song is...
It's a pickle.
More.
Title of the song is More.
More. Yeah, more simple, clean, everybody, just like a word everybody...
That's what every self-help spiritual wellness person always wants. That's what they all are searching for, more. And it is a never-ending, insatiable search.
Everybody knows, you know what I mean? Like they're just going to type in more. They like even think they're typing about another song, but more is going to come up number one. You're going to get fucking Spotify downloads.
Think about it. What's the one thing everyone always wants? More.
More. This is the song.
Yeah. Okay.
It's ubiquitous.
Yep.
More.
Right.
You know?
Okay.
Okay.
I should hold a class because I already got there faster than they did.
So more is the track. You're going to fucking kill it.
Okay.
So one thing the kids are really liking right now is
True. My standards are so low. I gotta be honest.
the country hip hop intersection and sort of like how those genres fence together. So we're looking for more for like that demographic.
You ready? More. I need more wives, more girls, and more boys to be in my bed and to be on my screen so I can watch them bang my wife. And I can be so mean because I am a man and I am the king. And if you ask me not to text you, and I will say, I will do it because I love it and I don't have no boundaries. And I want to make sure that I control without floundering around in the town and the pyramid with ISIS. I want more and I fabricate crisis. And scene. Okay. Let's see if they can beat that.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Like real fusion. You know, real fusion style.
Yeah.
So like,
ready.
So like, this is what I'm thinking for the hook. This is what I'm thinking. This is what I'm feeling.
He's
for the
got
hook.
he's got words.
That's what I'm feeling
He's got
for the
bars.
hook. It's like. Usually I love 2, but sometimes I love 3.
Oh God.
Feel me? You know?
Oh, this is his reveal. She's like, sometimes you like 2, but sometimes you like 3. Is 3 Josh? Vylana? Wow. Self-owned once again. Okay, so he's telling them again, it doesn't end with you, babe. It doesn't end with Alana. We need an 18-year-old in this bitch.
It's like, I mean, it could be like Claire's. You know, it could be like...
It could be like she's pissed. Look at her. She's like, fucking goddamn it. I trusted this guy, and he's dropping this 2 hours into this. That he wants to... and he's looking like shocked. Joshua is looking shocked because he thinks that he just revealed something. Okay, we're going back.
Sometimes I love 3. You feel me? You know? Because it's like, I mean, it could be like Claire's. You know, it could be like...
babies, wives.
You know, other things.
She's about to cry because she knows what's going on.
Leaves.
I
like more leaves.
Yeah.
Leaves? Huh?
So you want me to sing about leaves?
But sometimes I love 3.
Oh Oh my God.
You know what I
Aubrey,
mean?
can you give this woman a break? Can you give her 5 seconds of fun in her life? No. I said this earlier. He cannot give her 5 minutes of a break. He's ruining, she's having fun. He's like, I'm about to ruin it by giving some sort of subliminal message that I want another girlfriend or boyfriend. I called that, right? Oh my God. They all need to get out of this.
Like
Yeah,
usually I
you
love
wanna-
2, but
you-
sometimes I love 3.
Yeah.
You know, because it shows more.
Yeah.
That's
All
right.
right. All right.
Oh, she's pissed, right? We can see that, right? This is great. I'm so glad we stayed for this. I was like tempted to click away. I'm so glad we came full circle for real. We came full salami here.
Yeah. We want to go with that?
Yeah.
Any questions?
She's pissed. Ah. She's like, oh yeah, really? This is what you want to say in the podcast where I've been obliterated on the internet because you aren't happy with 1, you want 2. Now you're going to use an improv that you don't want 2, you want 3 sometimes. Thanks a lot, Aubrey. Thanks a lot.
No, I think I'm clear.
Great, she's clear.
She's clear. Oh, she's clear. She's like, I'm going to break up with you in a couple of years when I grow my self-esteem enough to get out in the clear. And then I'm going to marry Josh once he cuts his dreads. And then I'm going to sue your ass and you'll be seeing red. Hey, suck on that. Thank you. Okay.
Usually I love 2, but maybe I want 3.
Oh!
I don't know if it had enough of the hip hop vibe in it, but
Do you want to take another track?
it's not enough words to go to hip hop
Okay.
yet.
Well, let's add to that. You know, we got to go. What do you think? How should we add to that?
We're onto something with this one. I really feel like we're onto something. Hold on. I'm channeling.
Should we shut our eyes? We should shut our eyes.
Okay. Yeah. It's very clear to me. I'm going to need you to take that harmony and stack it with an EDM beat. I need a drop. I need a drop and a harmony is what's coming through right now.
Yeah. What do you think?
Sometimes at night I look at my wife and I really hate her. I want her to go away so I can find another woman and date her. But also sometimes a guy because I like to mix it up. Why? I don't know. I won't discover that because I am a brat.
Yeah, I mean, what do you think? Where should she go?
Okay. The beat builds. I'm seeing the beats building. The beats building.
We got like a...
She's like crying. She's about to cry, actually.
So we went from we want like an
It's
EDM
total
plus
fusion.
country.
It's like fusion. It's like
all
everything.
The fusions
it's like
of
it's
literally
like all you
everything.
can eat buffet of every cuisine. You know what I mean? Like more. It's just more. What do you want? You want pizza? You want egg rolls? Like whatever you want. More.
He's backtracking. He's backtracking so heavily because he knows he's pissed her off now. And now he's like, I said Claire's pizza pies. He's got a lisp also too. Pizza pies, I don't know, like things you can buy at the store. Now, I change my voice when I do improv. I don't know why. It's just something I do. I'm just a nerd. I'm just become a little 4-year-old science nerd. Okay, sorry.
You know, who doesn't want that? Who doesn't want that option? You know, maybe you don't want pizza and egg rolls, but if you have the option, yeah, maybe. You know what I mean? So that's what more is all about. It's like more.
She's like, shut the fuck up, you idiot.
You know?
Open up the door. All you need is more.
Okay. Open up the door. All you need is more. Got it. And the first line I'm forgetting because it was potentially too forgettable.
Usually I love two, but sometimes I love three.
I love 3.
Open up the door, because all you need is more.
It was really forgettable and fucking stupid, you idiot. That's what she's saying with that.
All right.
Oh, God.
And we want to go with the same melody or we want to switch it up again?
I mean, you know, like let you know, we're just taking takes here, you know.
He hates her. Can we just all say that? He absolutely hates this woman so much. And I think, again, I'm leaping, I'm jumping, I'm running my own conclusions. Take what you want. I don't know. I'm just judging here. He likes Josh deep, deep down. He hates Vylana because she's in the way of him being with Josh. and he's blaming her, which is not her fault.
It may be the live one. We may wrap it.
Yo, we gotta let the artist work.
Yeah.
We gotta let the artist work.
Usually I love two, but maybe I want three. Open up the door because I want more.
Oh!
Printed! Printed!
We got a hit, baby.
Got a hit, baby. You're gonna be a star.
Yeah, we got a hit.
I want to be a household name. I feel like I can be with
More.
that one.
Someone clip that on the internet and make $1 million.
Man, you guys put in so many dimensions. I was like, oh.
You fucking killed it.
Crushed it.
Thanks.
You killed it.
Not surprised.
And so, like, this is the nature of improv. You just come up with games and, like, you can do shit. And
He's really not a good partner. He's really not defending her in any way.
How scared were you?
So when you guys kept adding all the dimensions, I was scared and also just went for it.
And how does it feel on the other side?
It feels great. And there's been...
And I was really upset because my dumbass husband can't stop for 5 seconds humiliating me on the internet. He can't stop, and it's really bothering me.
So much music that has come from us just doing this. We were doing just an improv, hilarious musical night with the...
Oh yeah, tell us about how hilarious it was but in the past, because we're really buying that it's like really funny and you guys are so good. But like not today, but like other days we were really good though, for real. Seriously.
3 of us and happy. Yeah. And a whole song came out of it because I started hearing this like repetitive melody and then a song emerged from it. Mm-hmm. Just being in total flow state and then something catches. Mm-hmm. And then you get to build on that thing that catches. So thank you for pushing me to my edges.
Let's go.
You guys are brilliant.
Let's go.
Yeah.
Y'all are fun.
You guys are
Y'all-
brilliant. Y'all are fun.
Fucking fun. Josh, I fucking love you, man.
Love you all.
Like, you're my brother.
Love you, bye.
And bye. I love you so much. Team fucking Vylana.
Team Vylana.
Thanks, guys.
Team Vylana, let's have you escape polygamy. Escaping polygamy, Vylana's episode. There's still 30 seconds left. Let's see.
Yeah.
Should we all go like this?
No.
Okay. I mean, like this is cooler.
Nah, I'm good.
Okay.
I'm good. Yeah, also, like,
High five.
yeah. High five.
Yeah.
High five.
High
Very
five.
nice.
High five.
He high fives her like this. Like, gives her the palm. Meanwhile, he's like this with Josh.
Everybody, Joshua Draper, check out his community. Check out all his stuff.
So much
And
fun.
We love you guys. Thanks
I'll be
for
there a
tuning in.
bunch.
Well, we did it. I'm glad we stayed to the end. Are you? I am. 3 hours, 45 minutes. Not the record for this channel, but I hope you enjoyed that. It was worth it. We could have skipped ahead a little bit, but I'm glad we made it to the cringe reveal at the end to see how, once again, full circle. It starts with selfishness from Aubrey. It ends with selfishness from Aubrey. He can't help himself. And for that, I say, time to move on, ladies and gentlemen. Find someone else. Oh, boy. Okay. Well, thank you. No announcements to make. I got my song. I'm going to sing a song based on this song, this track. You ready? So get ready for that. Get ready for that. And we got a new member in the roster. I forget their name, but they're at the last. Tay24, I think. If you want to get your name sung or your username or whatever you want to use in the end of a live stream, join the membership. The straight up gold straight up members get their names sung in perpetuity. And that's it. And if you want to be a regular member, a regular schmegular member, then you get emotes and you get loyalty badges, which is pretty cool. But hey, no pressure. I also offer $1 million improv class to heal your trauma. If you're interested in that, I will put the link in my ass. You can dish it out later. Okay. Goodbye. Song time again. pickle. It's a pickle with dill. Nicole Campbell, did you know that I'm a person who likes 2, maybe 3 or 4? I always want more. Hey Consul, how do you feel that you would handle 7 girlfriends? Alaska Blood Tundra, how much funner would you have if you did improv in a class and played a game every day? Carasoto, how do you know though if you aren't in an expanded evolutionary context and a constellation of a concentration? Lisa B, open the door for more. It's not free. Lillian Massey, how many more podcasts will we have to watch of this couple? Maybe 2 or 3. Rob Sheehan, what about me? How many do you think there'll be? Rebel Fuentes, I want to test my knowledge of the history of improv. I learned a lot about it, but I threw it out of my mind. Mary, you're so kind. Elif Madison, this is called improv, and I will do it to the end. One more time. Mary, I'm coming back for ya. Give you one more line. Hawk Tua on that thing. Elif Madison, here's an improv game for you. This is the pickle. Here's 2. Mr. Info, how about you? Do you like salami? Or do you like doing Molly more? Day 24. How many bogs would you slog into to find a boyfriend for you? Hey, diddle diddle, cat in the fiddle. The fork jumped over the moon. Tarot says it's time to go to sleep. And I said, no, girlie. We have to decompress. We have to take a bath. Or some might call it a tubby. Then I also say, bubbly, bubbly, wobbly. Hey you guys, this is improv. In case you didn't know that things that come out when you're just going with the flow. It's this new thing that I invented, but it's also ancient. It's called improv. 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 Molotov cocktail. Okay. Good night.